Hello everyone, and welcome to Raid City Crit. I am your Dungeon Master Harna, and joining me today is my usual rickroll of home players from the past. Let's kick it off with everybody's favourite, the only satyr in the party. That's why he's the favourite, because there's only one satyr. He's the favourite satyr. He's the only satyr we've ever seen. Apart from that one guy, who was also there for a little bit. Maybe that guy was better in hindsight.
It's like being...
Probably.
Like being called the favourite grandson, and only one being the only grandson.
Well, you stop with me now. So, my name's Anthony, I play Beros Darkhoof, I'm a Satyr Rogue, and I'll pass it to Mary.
I'm Mary, I play Astra, the Ismar Cleric, and I will pass it on to George.
Hi, I'm George, I play Atlas Morrow, the Owlin Druid, and I will pass it to Will.
Hi, I'm Will, I'm playing Volgear, Duergar Ranger, and I'll pass over to the one who has only slightly been roasted today, but needs to be a lot more roasted throughout the session.
Leaving the best till last, I see. Thank you all very much. Hello.
Well, you were just that forgetful.
Shut up. I'm Ryan. I am playing Cyrus Revanmar, the Acemar Barbarian, and I will pass it back to the lovely DM.
Beautiful. Last time, does anyone have a little recap for us or remind us what chaos or shit hit the fan?
My entire notes are blank.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
No, we didn't go on a heist, we're not about to get caught.
No, everything's good. Everything's cool.
Nothing of note happened.
We're just chilling.
Slept soundly in our beds.
We spoke to Yasin and
the other guy.
Woman. She has winged eyeliner, but I have spelt her name in a way that I don't know how it's meant to be pronounced. I'm gonna go with Fairnook, but could be anything really. We arranged a meeting with our lovely astral elf friend, astralish elf friend, which we then went to. Some of us went to.
Three of us went to.
We agreed to help them. We explained to them that we've not been very helpful so far. We learned about the Tilden Times. We learned that she doesn't have a shard of Sparner in her. Sparner. Why are you giggling?
Just Sparner. Sparner.
All the sessions are bleeding into one in my brain. Oh my god. Did we try and find out where the applications were going this time?
The last session was the library.
So
we split up into two teams.
Went to the library, we split into team, install Doubt in the people, and team find out where the applications are going. Team install Doubt in the people did okay at installing Doubt in the people. Instilling doubt in the people. The team find where the applications are going was successful-ish, except we lost Volgear at one point, but that's fine.
I have to say we did more good trying to distill doubt.
You started the doubt. We continued it. You started following the applications, and we finished it with a car chase. Epic taxi.
We found out that
full
it's
car.
going into the Houses of Arcanum, which we don't know how to get into because there's a lot of wards and shit on it. But we figured we could lure some guards away from there by causing some chaos somewhere else. So we know the application success, failure, whatever, is going to be announced tomorrow. So we decided to try and break into the Tiln Times and send a fake acceptance message to everyone in hopes of creating a mad rush at the docks that the Watchers would then have to get involved with. And then we could just, like, kind of sneak into the Houses of Arcanum and
Figure it out.
get that shard out of the Archmage, murder her, whatever we're trying to do. Is that everything? I don't think that's everything.
The heist was majority successful. We were able to get into the building with minimal suspicion.
We were also able to get out of the building with minimal suspicion.
We programmed the broadcast to go off to everybody, and it's only going to include it's going to include everybody. It's not going to send it to like certain people. We got out of the building, and then 3 Atlas, Barros, and Volgir were going to break into the van to either steal it or program the message to be sent at like 5 in the morning, while Cyrus and Astra left the building. Cyrus managed to get across to the fire escape. Astra did not.
In her defense, she is still on her way across. She just has been spotted. It's not like she fell or anything. She just is clanky.
Also, she is in like chainmail armor and was able to get in and out of the building unknown, so she did relatively well considering.
They heard the jingling and got excited. They thought it was Santa.
Ching, 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 ching.
I don't like the fact the turn orders are already coming out.
Well, we have not yet
reason.
rolled initiative.
We didn't roll initiative. Harry said, let's roll initiative, and that's where we're gonna end it. And everyone was like, nope, we're not rolling yet.
And we are now picking up with rolling initiative. So good job delaying the inevitable.
Oh, bastard.
Where's the? Oh, there we go. Just
Oh, I need to click my...
Mary.
I was about to say I needed to move mine, but I forgot to actually do it.
It's not a good start. It's not a good start.
Where are we?
Again, me and Volgir have the same initiative and rolled the same, like, low-ass score.
I'm gonna need mine manually inputting.
Oh, they rolled very well. Them.
I love it when the DM goes, oh, they rolled very well. And you're
We
like,
can
no,
see how well they rolled there.
No, please.
That guy got a nat 20. Good for him.
No,
Yeah.
no, me
I mean,
gusta.
at least he got a nat 20 on his initiative and not on an attack.
Can I ask where all the numbers came from or not?
Pardon?
If you click on your icon, I've got 2 numbers above it.
That's like health and
did-
shit.
Yeah, one.
I don't know
must be
what
my
the
armor class.
15 is, but...
It must be your armor class.
It was a height. You were previously up in the air. I was recording height.
Okay.
So
Red is
0
health,
there.
green is armor class, and blue is height generally for me. That's how I use it. That probably isn't the intention, but that's what we go with.
I love the, like, fake green screen, because whenever I get myself a drink, I just, like, pull it from the ether. Into space and grab it.
Okay, so as this guard who's come out of the actual like building and looked up and shone his light at the Astra who's currently halfway across the rope, that's whenever Barros, you see this and you kind of like instinctually leap to action. So just around you where you are, there is a rope which runs from the top of the tower with the big radar dishes all the way down to the kind of like the edge of the roof you currently are at, and then that crosses over to the actual fire escape where Cyrus is currently waiting. It's about a 20-foot gap between the buildings. Astra is halfway across. She's exactly 10 foot in between both, kind of just over the the like barbed wire topped fence. So if she was to fall, she would fall on that currently unless she moved. She's not at any risk of falling, she's just being spotted. The guy's putting a light up her. The guy's putting a light up at her. He can see the rope coming from one building to the other. He can see presumably Cyrus on the far side, or at least has, you know, an idea that there may be more people floating around. I believe Cyrus rolled decently on his stealth. Got a 12. Which I believe, yeah, he's just managed to avoid being spotted immediately, but probably that will change rapidly, I would imagine. The rest of you who are on the roof, you've not really acted yet. You've not made any effort to climb across quietly. So taking your past stealth rolls that you did, I think you're all still... you should still be hidden, but just so I can see if anyone is hidden for this surprise round, I would like you to roll initiative. Not initiative, roll stealth, please. So the three of you on the roof. So can I get Atlas? Let's also get Volgir and Beros all just a still stealth roll, just to see if you can beat this passive perception of 12. This
Harry,
guard
can you
has.
also throw in my initiative because it didn't roll it over? Thank you.
Wait, are we all stealthing?
Yeah, just I need to see your stealth rolls just to see if you can get a surprise round on these guys. Okay, so your roof team are going to get a surprise round. Cyrus, I gotta say, because you'd crossed over and because technically your stealth was too low, you will not benefit the surprise round. So you will also technically be surprised as this kind of all kicks off. So Beros, you are the first to act.
I think just kind of instinctually, I'm going to get as close to this guy as I can from the roof.
He's kind of like just... he's actually, from where you currently are, you probably can't see him, but you can see the light from his torch. He's using like a bullseye lantern style, so like it's like a cone of light that's like lit up Astra from below, because he's kind of like just kind of come out the door. So he's probably just, you know, you can probably just about get there, but he's still like, you know, semi in the threshold. So he would have about half cover from the roof at the minute.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I think just move full 35 foot as close to her as I can to attempt to throw 2 daggers at him.
Sure thing. You will get advantage because you are on the first one because you are stealthed.
Wonderful. So 17 to hit.
You throw it down, it just glances off the like little door frame that kind of like the little overhang that keep raying out from the actual threshold, and glances off, and then he hears the clang, and you see him like pivot and look up, but he's aware there's someone else on the roof making sense, making the connection of the rope and everything.
Yeah, no worries. I'll throw my second one.
Perfect. No advantage this time, and he is aware of you, so there'll be no sneak attack, unfortunately. 11. Just again, same as before. Just he pulls back and like gets himself flat in the building.
You're just throwing him daggers.
Anything else,
And
Beros?
this.
Nope. That's action and bonus action. Movement. Forward.
Atlas.
How high up are we?
You are 2 stories up, so you're 20 foot up. A bit higher, like 25.
Okay. Can I try to get to the edge of the roof and thorn whip this man?
Yeah, definitely. Again, he'll still have half cover from the threshold, but you will get advantage on the attack.
Okay.
So you're still stealthed.
Just
So
a
how
whole
does
lot
that
of
work out?
Leo.
Do I just roll as regular for that then?
Hmm?
If he's half cover, is it like?
No, he just gets a +2 to his AC. So
Okay.
you notice he's got a shield that he's carrying, and he's also got some kind of like chain armor. Looks like. $15, unfortunately, will miss this little threshold. The dagger's coming down alerted him to the threat above, and he's really just taking it to heart. You would have advantage. Roll one more time. Remember to hold shift when you click for advantage in the future.
Second thorn whip? No.
Nope. Still doesn't want to make any
Good
difference.
try.
Slightly better, but not good enough.
Anything else, Atlas? You stay on the roof.
I will stay on the roof. I will try to get myself kind of flat and hidden.
Sure thing.
Get to the van.
You can't hide as a bonus action because you're not a rouge.
I'm-
Volgear.
Mhm.
Would you like to do?
Uh,
Also, I don't know if a Dragon is with you because you had to climb across a tightrope. I don't think we made a
I'm
check
ass-
for a Dragon at any point, so let's
We
assume you
didn't.
left him, you know,
yeah.
like you were like,
Cyrus.
you probably left him like, you know, either around the corner or like, you know, keep watch on the street kind of thing, like.
Stay.
He's probably somewhere on the.
Stay.
Yeah. Giving a bit of help to the stealth
Like,
check.
hey, if we do
basically.
get caught, the dragon's probably not gonna help us stay stealthy.
I'll use the bonus. Bonus. No, is it? It's to remember my spells. Sorry, one sec. Yeah, so I'm gonna cast Hunt Smart with my bonus action.
Sure
It's just
thing.
making me roll that to cast it.
That's fine. You add 2 weapon
Uh,
damage to the first attack you hit.
Yeah, and then longbow on the one of the
Guard.
guards.
Yeah, you have advantage because
Yeah.
he is still surprised by you.
Cool.
$18 with the half cover. If not for that fucking little thing sticking out, that would definitely hit him.
We should fight all of our battles in doorways. Apparently they're fucking...
It just glances
Yeah.
off the top of that door frame. It just gives him this. It like literally the arrow splits and like just misses him by millimeters as he's like peeking up trying to see. But the fletching breaks and it spirals down under the ground.
I was about to say it's like it hits him in the helmet. It's just like
Clunk.
fuck.
Yeah. Loses its momentum. And with that, we are back to the top of the round. Barros, there, Gar, you would have had an opportunity. No, you use your bonus action to throw your dagger, so you wouldn't have had opportunity to stuff or anything like that, so that's fine. Top of your turn, Barros.
Cool. How far are we up?
25 foot.
Cool. Trying to find the best way to get down here, but
Jump, pussy. Run across the rope like it's a tightrope.
could do it.
I actually did that in the other game.
Barros, I will note as well, by the way, because I said it before. Actually, I'm trying to remember. See, I think you're 20 foot up, right? Because
Yeah.
there is the van, which is about like 9 foot tall as well. So you could jump onto the roof of the Tilm Times like reporter van if you wanted, and that would break your fall a little bit.
Let's do that. Let's
Sure, just
I
make
wonder
a
who it could have been. Imprint of Satyr on the top of the van.
make a acrobatic check just to see how you control your landing. 'Cause you are falling just over 10 foot, so you risk taking fall damage here. 25. So you are going to take half this damage as you roll out of it. So you're only going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage, and you don't fall prone. And you land clunk clunk 2 hoof prints on the roof of the van.
How much movement would that have taken?
Jumping 5 foot and then falling. Falling takes no movement. So 5 foot as movement has been expended so far. You see from here the van is you believe you could attempt to throw it open. You're not sure if it's locked or not. You're not really having any time to investigate it.
Cool. And how far away is this guard now?
From you, now that you've jumped down, he is about maybe. The van is just around the corner from him, so you would have had to probably just jumped. You kind of jumped off the corner which you were currently on, landed on the roof, and the guard is now around the corner. You wouldn't really get an elevation shot down him, so you have to hop off the van, which would be another 5 foot of movement, and then 5 foot to peek the corner. So within 10 foot of you, but again, the van's fairly tall, so you can either climb down, but it's safe enough you can climb down it safely. There's probably a little ladder that lets a technician access the radar on the roof. There's a little mini
Yeah,
satellite
let's-
dish on the roof. Very much
Let's
like
use-
Channel 4 News, like little van.
let's use as much movement as I can to get to him.
Sure, yes, you climb down kind of like half speed, and that'll take for like 10 foot of movement, and then that'll put you, let's say it takes about 25 foot of movement, and you peeked and you're now standing just at the edge of the corner, so you can see him now.
Yep. And I think probably just two swings into him.
Sure thing. You can, yeah, if you want to close the distance to get in the melee with him, you certainly can.
Yeah. Let's do the first one. Nope. Let's do the second one. 25. So.
25 definitely hits.
Oh. Nope. Ignore that.
Magic.
So it's can I still get sneak attack on the second one if it's a bonus action?
Yes, you can, because it is you get it from your rakish audacity. So both you and him on your own.
Cool. So that is 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's 14 points of damage.
Lovely.
Cool. That's everything I'm gonna do.
What about your damage from the short sword itself and or is that included in that?
That's included in that.
Perfect. That's a pretty bad wound. He looks very hurt after that. He looks literally critical after that first strike.
Are we attacking non-lethally or are we murdering this man?
I'll attack non-lethally.
End of your turn, yeah.
If I've got any movement left, I think you said to use 25 foot.
25 foot to get to the corner, and then it would have been 5 foot to get to him, so you would have 5 more foot, so you could double back to the corner.
I'll move 5 foot out and try to like lure him out of the doorway.
Yeah, he is really badly hurt. You see him like hold the wound, and he calls up, and you hear him. He's shouting in Elvish, and he says, "Erebor, help!" And he moves forward.
Man, shut the fuck up, you snitch.
And then he says, "Some of them are on the roof, but there's at least one more on a rope." Just trying to give as much information as he can to his friend, as he'll follow after you, Beros, and he brings his long sword to bear, ignoring the easy target of Astra on the rope for now.
Is that an easy target? Imagine trying to get a cat off, you know? Like with a sword?
21 the hit.
That hits.
A whopping 4 slashing damage, Beros, and then he brings it down a second time for a 6 and misses. Astra, you are currently 15 foot off the ground. The rope is kind of like bowed in the middle as you're like shuffling along. Your back is probably maybe 5 foot from the actual top of this barbed wire fence, and you have kind of hurdleless chaos kicking off.
But now fight's kicking off, and that's kind of scuppered. But I believe I still have the Cat's Grace ability on, and if I remember correctly, I don't take damage from falling 20 feet or less.
That's correct. You will if you fall onto this barbed wire, but you can just shuffle one way or the other.
That will hurt no matter how graceful you
I'm
are.
gonna like shuffle backwards
Yep, you kind of
towards
like
Barros.
scoot back along.
A thing, and then just drop right beside the guard.
Perfect. Yeah, you drop down behind him, and you land like very superhero style landing. No damage taken, as the magic kind of like protects you.
Are you like punching the ground like a superhero landing?
No, it's bad in the knees. And I am going to smack him non-lethally with the Warhammer.
Perfect. Go for it. Make the attack.
Where were
20
these rolls
will
last
hit.
week?
That is a non-lethal smack right there.
Astra's got so much pent-up anger from getting caught.
I like to think a non-lethal smack with a Warhammer is just kind of like a dunk on the head, just like boop.
You bash this guy in the head right on his little security guard cap that he's wearing. And yeah, he falls to the ground unconscious. And
Just
it drops the
bonk.
torch, which just snuffs out as it hits the ground.
I suppose that's all she can really do. She can't.
Yep,
Yeah.
You're now stuck in this compound. There's a 12-foot high barbed wire fence around the exterior. There is a door leading inwards, which the guard has just come out of and has not been knocked out next to. He's called for some kind of help. And there's also this van as well, which you could use to try to climb back on the roof or anything else. And the gates for the compound are facing the van, so they're like about 30-40 foot from you at the minute. But they are padlocked shut, like chain shut.
Okay. There's nothing really much you can do right now because she could drag him towards the van, I suppose. If we take the van and take him, evidence is gone.
And then we go from breaking and entering to kidnapping.
Yeah. And theft, Grand Theft Auto.
And assault, but we've already done that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all she'll do for now.
Okay, so you hold your ground.
Just gonna pull out the petty crimes sheet.
Atlas is so excited for her record, though.
Mugshots incoming.
This
It's gonna be the fucking Barbie and Ken, and Alice just there like...
This secondary figure comes charging out from the door, whips around, sees his co-worker unconscious on the floor, sees currently only 2 of you, has a quick scan, can't see anyone else with passive perception. Mobby spots Cyrus across the way, but he's so far don't deem as much of a current threat because he's like 20 foot away up
He
on a
could
balcony.
be just some guy.
He can see the rope connecting him, so he knows there's definitely
Once
not
again,
necessarily something.
some guy.
There's not necessarily anything, super relevant. He doesn't have a shield this one, he only has this like chainmail, and he also has quite a long sword, and he is going to bring it to bear. He's going to try to strike once at Beros, and then once at Astra, in that order. 12 on Beros, and a 14 on Astra.
Nope.
Miss.
2 swings and misses. Cyrus, you are across the way, safe and sound on a fire escape.
So, how tall is the fence?
It's about 12 foot tall.
Okay, and the fence is, like, the building is 20 feet gap.
The buildings
What's
are like
the
the
gap
same
between the
height. It's a
fence?
20 foot gap, and then the rope's kind of like sagged in the middle because it's not tied to, it's like tied to,
Yeah.
to like the higher point that kind of comes down. But you could, if you took the
Theoretically
slack on the
jump.
rope, you could make the rope shorter, and then if your intention is to Tarzan your way over the fence, that would be possible.
No, I'm curious, if I jump from the fire escape, what's the rate of drop that I'll miss the fence?
What's your strength total?
Smack into
I
it.
have no idea. I thought he was
16.
gonna zipline that rope,
16.
just like put the sword over and just go woof.
So, I mean, as written,
Apparently you can't do that. You break your shoulders.
as written, if
jumping
you're
like me.
jumping, you technically would have a no running start at the minute. So that means that you're doing a standing long jump. So you can jump, you can leap half your strength score. But if you can like give yourself a 10-foot run up, if you like go down the stairs and then, or go up, like you'd have to go down to go up again to like get yourself a bit of momentum, and then throw yourself in the fire escape. You can jump more or less like it's negligible. It's about straight, and then it begins to fall.
So I could jump 16 feet with a run up,
Yeah,
and that would clear the fence?
that will clear the fence. That will take 26 foot of movement. That'll put you
Okay.
just on the inside of the fence. So you might not be able to get in the melee this turn, but it can get you in the compound. And you could dash into the melee if you like.
Can I rage? And he's going to barrel down the fire escape and barrel back up and basically Batman with his dark cloak leap from fire escape over the fence.
Yep, you can do that. That actually puts you just on the other side of the fence because I forgot you have to run down to run back up again. So you land on the far side of the fence, no movement remaining. Just make me an athletics check just to see how the initial jump goes, and then follow it up with a little acrobatics check to see how you stick the landing because you're falling quite far.
Okay, so that's
You're still falling
plus
20 foot, you know?
2 is 14. 14 for the jump. Oh god, that's a 4 for the landing.
So,
Elbow
Cyrus,
drop to electric boogaloo.
it is a perfect Olympic standard, like, long jump. You run up the stairs, which is a bit of a task in itself. You easily clear the little safety railing, and you throw yourself forward for maximum momentum. You throw both feet almost horizontally forward, both arms horizontally forward to give yourself as much forward momentum as possible. And it is just like when you hit the sand at a long jump, you land ass first on the fucking ground, and you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage, but you fall prone as you like hear your like coccyx just like crack a little bit.
Is that half to 1 because I'm raging?
I know it's 7 half to 3.
7 half to 3. Okay. Can I stand up?
You've no movement left to stand up, so you're prone. Your butt hurts, but you're here.
You're prone and your butt hurts. We've all been
Can
there.
I, while sitting, throw a javelin?
Yeah, you can do. It would be a disadvantage because you're prone. If you dashed, you would be able to stand up. But yeah, if
Yeah, I'm just gonna like, motherfucker, and just throw it from sitting.
I will say, Cyrus, things happen simultaneously. If you wanted to, you could have thrown the javelin while flying through the air. It will still be a disadvantage because that's ridiculous, but it's
still
cooler.
funnier though if you just do it sat down.
Yeah, you know what? Screw it. I'll throw it sitting down because of the lols.
You just didn't think to throw it.
He hits the
Didn't
ground,
think to throw
remembers that, and then in his rage just throws the javelin and it just goes wide and like embeds itself like in the like stonework, like right in the mortar next to the fucking guard. It's like, oh!
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Alright, Atlas. Still on the roof.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and thorn whip this second guard, you know?
Sure.
It's gotta work eventually, right?
That was like me
But
and
not
Baldur's
this
Gate Divines,
time.
mate. Just like,
It
I'm gonna
does
keep
not
hitting
hit.
until I get it.
Worth a try.
Staying on the roof, Atlas, or are you coming down to join your allies?
I'm staying on the roof. They seem like they've got this. I trust.
Alrighty, Volgear.
Yes.
You're on the roof.
Can I see this other guy?
Yes, you can indeed. He's come out of the door and he's moved towards Astra and Beros, so he's just like on the corner.
Move my hunter's mark with a bonus action.
Yep, you've
And
transitioned over.
I go. I'm gonna shoot him. Is there a way you can do a non-lethal range attack?
You cannot.
Right, he's getting a lethal range attack. Not that it hits anyway.
A 16, this guy doesn't have a shield. A 16 does hit.
Well,
Oh.
Goes straight
Okay.
through his chainmail into like his collarbone
Oh.
for 11 piercing damage. He is bloodied, but still standing.
Plus.
hey, didn't kill him.
Plus 1d6.
Plus. Wait.
Could kill him.
Oh,
Oh, he's critical, but still standing.
Someone bash him in the head.
good job, Bulgari.
Volgear strikes with like a surgeon's precision to not kill this man. Like the whole,
Misses the cartoid artery by like a
yeah, like a
millimeter.
mil. Like if you know, it was either
Like,
very
if he
skilled
tries
or
to
very
rip it
lucky.
out- Yeah, if he tries to rip it out, it just shreds.
Anything else, Volgear? Or is that you?
But, I'm
So
just
you got
gonna,
movement. Do you want to try to get off the roof or start climbing across that rope or
I'm gonna stay there for the minute.
your thing? Beros.
I think I'm just going to attempt to bonk this guy for the remaining damage.
Sure. Bonk away. You see a 16. He's got 2 hit points left. So any attack, really.
Not one.
So
That
you
one-
actually still
that
might
one
knock
will
this
hit.
guy out, because if you roll a 1 on the dice, you can't add your dex modifier to this, because you don't have 2 weapon fighting.
Yeah.
No, you successfully bonk. You knock him unconscious, and he falls to the ground, not moving.
I'm just gonna get up and retrieve his javelin from the wall.
Atlas is going to cool down as quietly as she can. We good?
You're nigh.
I will
Good.
say, it was fairly loud.
Get them inside.
Oh, wonderful.
If you were able to kill them during the surprise round or knock them into the surprise round, it would have been, you know, a bit more quiet, but there was yelling and stuff and, you know, cries of pain, things like that.
Cyrus will, after he retrieves his javelin, will just pick up the 2 guards and carry them in through the front door.
Yep, carry them inside.
Eros will close the door behind them.
You find yourself in a quaint little lobby area. There's a little reception desk, a little like fern in the corner, a little like, glass coffee table, and some seats next to it, with some glossy magazines on the coffee table.
Is
there's
it
a
like those
door
reception decks where the desk is like a panel? Or
Yeah,
just like a desk?
it's like a desk with like panels underneath, so you can't see the feet of whoever's working there. Yeah, and it's got in like a rounded, semicircular desk backed against the wall, and there's a corridor that runs down the right-hand side of it.
That's where I'm putting the guards.
Sure.
Just
You put them
under
both
the table.
behind the desk.
I run out. Valga, do you have any rope?
Yes.
Throw some down. I need it to tie these
I'll
guys
throw
up.
some rope down.
Speaking of rope,
I
should
have-
we get the rope that's still up there?
Atlas will fly
I can-
across and untie the rope.
Flap, start untying it. Yep, takes a bit of time. It can be done. Meryl, should we tie these guys up?
Yeah, I'm gonna tie them up.
Let's go 2 sleight of hand checks, please, to see how tight your knots are.
Any way I can assist?
If you want to come down off the roof, yeah.
Sure. I'll jump down. Or
Can
climb down.
Cyrus assist?
If you jump down, you'll have to make me an acrobatics check to land on the van.
Let's
See
say I'll change my wording there. I'll climb down.
Sure.
Cyrus will assist with
If
the
I
rope
untie
tying.
the rope from the
Okay.
fire escape hatch, can I like down?
Yes, if Atlas does that, then you can climb down the rope safely.
Okay, so this second one is
And I'll then
technically
fly
the
up and try and
the first one with
With
advantage.
yeah.
It's
Perfect.
a 17 for the first one and 23 for the second.
Perfect. So your knots are pretty nice. They're unconscious, so it's very easy to like get the rope as tight as you can without inhibiting their breathing or anything like that. But yeah, it should be hard for them to go. You like tying them like very classic back to back kind of thing. Like
Hog tie 'em.
Yeah. We need to find somewhere to lock them in and
Why don't
so
you
that
put them in the
it
van?
delays. True.
Don't suppose we could ask the Dryad Stairs to take them.
They're a bit. They're not really bad guys. They're just doing their job. So I don't
think
want to. I don't want to extend this further than it needs to be.
Yeah, the sooner that we can complete this and get out. I mean, I don't know if they've recognized any of us. They might not. I mean, you hit them pretty hard in the head. They may not remember much
And
of
we're
what
wearing
happened.
cloaks, so we're basically unrecognizable.
Thank you, Atlas.
Right. I think we tie them up, put them in a cupboard somewhere. Wait till they get found. And while once we've tied them up, let's go out to the van, set up what we need to, and then get out of here.
Do they have like keys on them?
yes, well, they both have a set of ring keys on them, which is a variety of some are physical keys and some are key cards.
What?
Check.
What's for the front door?
The front door is
I mean,
standard traditional lock.
Are we still doing the van thing? Because we're in the building now with no guards in here.
Yeah, but okay.
True.
Is there
We
something in
we-
here that we could do?
The
Use.
machine might be more sophisticated in here. I figure we might as well check.
The rope's still out there, right?
Atlas
No.
will hold
Well,
up the rope that she
Okay,
unroped.
okay, well, we can still leave through the roof.
Yeah.
If we lock the doors on the inside and leave the key in the lock, it means whoever's coming in the morning will struggle to get in. They'll have to break the door down.
Does the front door lock with a key or is it a key card?
Front door is a physical key.
Cyrus will take one of the key rings and try and just find the right key to
The outside
lock it.
and then snap the key off.
Sure.
Cyrus, you find the right key to be able to lock and unlock the front doors so you see fit.
I will lock the front door from the inside and snap the key off.
Just make me a strength elect check, please, just to see how easily it breaks under your might.
Let's hope there's not a sudden fire.
Yeah, that key's
It is very
Snap.
much like how easy it
residual
looked in the
rage.
Hollywood movies. Like there's a little light snap and it just tings off, and yeah, it's not like a modern like house key like you might imagine like today. It's not like a Yale lock. It's like an older thin with like the actual teeth. So you snap the
Like
little round.
the cheap knockoff ones you get.
It's like an older lock, like one you'd see in like a
Old ring keys.
like a ring key.
A key that would be round the necklace of an elderly woman.
Yeah.
That leads somewhere.
You snap it off, leaving the teeth kind of like wedged in the actual mechanism itself. Which will make it difficult for someone to open tomorrow.
Right, let's go find the console and upload our initial plan.
Okay.
Volger,
I'm on it.
you seem to know what you're doing.
I'm gonna have a look around, see if I can spot anything that looks like it might be able to do what I'm looking for.
Sure. There's no more threat, so it doesn't really take. There's no real time pressure here. So after a bit of time, using key cards to open internal doors, eventually make your way up to the first floor, and there is a room kind of in the actual tower itself. So it's the one kind of like below where the radar dish is, where these cables all feed into. Just next to the stairs that spiral up. There is a broadcasting room you find after you unlock it with the keycard. There is a singular big kind of like recording studio, almost like style setup, like a glass window that kind of like divides the room in half of a wall, full sound studio on one side, and like an actual like a booth in the other, like a full microphone setup and things like that. You imagine a producer could be here kind of like adjusting things, and there'd be whatever talent or whoever's running the show or like actually being heard would be in that room with the microphone. There's a little door connecting them. It looks like soundproof tunnel.
Right. Look for the machine that I think I can set up the message.
Make me an
Get
arcana
it.
check, please.
Oh.
Can I help?
Yep, you can assist.
Hey, thank you. Not the most arcana-y.
I'm Arcana-ish.
You go through Volgear and you eventually get to one of these terminals, and you find one that looks like it might be like the master controlling terminal for all these things. It's in the most settings. The problem is it is like the one you found before. It is locked. Luckily for you, though, the password is the same. You're able to log on with the same account. So you get in, and you were able to find the settings for setting up a pre-recorded broadcast and able to set a time. You just need to record a message, or even record a like typed statement, and then that can be sent at whatever time you say.
Right, guys. When do we want to send this out, and when do we want to? What do we want to say?
Hey, what time?
Well,
is
Well,
it?
keep it short and sweet, right? It's
I
government.
think it should be. Yeah, I think it should be something short and sweet, and I don't think it should be too much late in the night. It should be sometime when you'd expect an early morning
Like-
news article,
Like
maybe
5.
Yeah.
like
Five.
yeah, like
5:30
I
will
s-
be early enough that like nobody's gonna be here, but late enough that it's not gonna seem that suspicious.
If we leave it much later as well, the actual news reporters,
Yeah, we need to
Could-
beat them to it.
they could file that the Tilm Times was broken into to the watch, in which case the watch could falsify.
We need
they
people
could
to
prove
get the
that
message before it can be discredited, because once it's out there, even when it gets discredited, people are gonna be reacting, be doubting.
discredited. That's the word I was looking for.
Be as well as keeping it simple, make it have more like official, fancy-ish language. So it seems.
All Exodus applications have been granted.
No, it not all, just
It has
something
to be
like
personalized. Your Exodus.
Congratulations, your Exodus application has been approved. Please proceed
Yes.
immediately to the nearest port.
I think that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully people will buy it, flood the ports, and cause some chaos.
But is that going to cause enough chaos, or do you want to just? Are we just because people just get there and maybe get told that they're not?
But if they believe that they are, and then the guards
Maybe
say,
if we put,
actually, no, you're not, then
what if we put a time limit on it?
Uh,
You say
please,
your
please exit the
application
city within.
immediately.
I mean, you know that
Please
the city is
exit.
due to shut down at some point tomorrow.
The city's gonna shut down tomorrow anyway, so everyone's gonna be
Yeah,
rushing
please
already.
exit within the next hour to guarantee
And now is probably not.
I think
Let's- I'm
people.
just thinking
I think
causing some
people will
rush.
be rushing either way.
Let's remember that we are burning the midnight oil here. We're going to be shattered tomorrow. We need to be well rested if we're going to take full advantage of this distraction.
Let's just send them out. No time
Right.
limit. Just.
So
it's
just
been
say,
granted.
so your Exodus application has been approved. Please report immediately to the docks.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to, you can just say by end of day, but
Then no one will ever do anything.
sure. Put immediately.
Please immediately report to the docks.
Please report to the docks immediately.
Yeah, please report to the docks immediately. I'm just thinking, do you say anything about people taking anything? Because would they not say that?
No.
Because why they would expect people might turn up with entire sodding livelihoods.
Whatever people bring is up to them. The more they decide to bring, the more inconvenience they'll be when they're told they're not allowed to leave, which means the more of a fuss they may cause.
Right, so let's just leave it then. So,
I think the ambiguity is going to cause chaos.
so if we set message for what time is roughly dawn at the moment?
Probably just before 6 a.m.
So just before dawn.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, currently you guys are out and about late at night. It's currently like 2:30 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
Yeah, so it'd be a couple hours.
5:30.
5:30 to be on the safe side.
Yeah, so just before dawn. For 5:30 a.m. Yeah, so I'll set it up. 5:30 roughly is best I can get it, and then I'll put your Exodus application has been approved. Please report to the. Is it the ports or the docks? Is that the correct
It would be
term?
the airship docks or the or the
Or
grand
the
airship
docks
dock.
the airship docks immediately.
Yep.
A question. What if we got them to? I know we're running out of time, but what if we got them to go to the military docks?
Well,
Are
why
there
would
military docks?
Yes, there are.
There are.
That's where you were
But
determined to
it's-
land on the way in.
The Watchers might be more inclined to do something stupid if they turn up to a
True.
military dock.
That's
True.
true.
Oh, so why don't we say any dock then?
We want it in one area. We want it.
Yeah, the more
Right.
in a focus.
Please report
And if
to the
anything,
military
sending
dock.
them to the military dock will be better because it's probably going to be a smaller dock overall.
Can I just put this out? Are we comfortable with the thought if they start killing everyone because we've sent them there?
I don't think they will immediately go to killing people.
Well, they threw people off the side of the island for much less.
As
They
much
were
as I
believed
don't feel great about
terrorists.
it, let's face it, they're killing people either way.
True. So I'll say to the military docks.
I mean, if people are meant to be
Immediately.
approved tomorrow anyway, they'll be expecting at least some people there, right?
Yeah, and I think because people have been asking about it today, they'll be eager to get it and get moving, especially with it being the last day.
Yeah.
Right, so I'll put that message in there. And then we'll set it for the time, and then is there any way I can change the password?
Yeah, you can change the password, definitely. As you input it, you do get a warning pop up on the screen, and it says, warning, connection to main transmitter has been relocated to the van. Please consult your technician for details.
Oh, for fuck's sake, now I've got to go up to the tower again. And go
You have to go
fix
back
that
and
out.
undo what you did before, which you can do, it just takes time. It's just going to take
Right.
another, but this took, doing this was not a small process. It wasn't like Volgear
It's about
stepped
an
up and
hour
was
or
like,
something.
the password's swordfish, it's always swordfish, and just gets it straight away. It's like, here is Linux. You've never used Linux before. Work it out, and he has to work out all the terminals work and things like that with Astra and Atlas all helping. So it takes time. So it honestly, by the time you get up and recalibrate it, it's
We're
probably
fucking tired.
it's probably past 3 in the morning at that point.
Right, so I'm going to set it. I'm going to change the password.
Can you change it
to-
to fuck the Archmage?
I was going to say fuck the Watchers.
Yeah, that works too.
You guys didn't break the door handle, did you? Upstairs, or did you commit to that? I think you did, didn't you?
No, we didn't
No?
break the door
No, we
handle.
didn't.
I thought Cyrus broke it and then like tried to zip line his way down. And maybe you guys.
No,
they
Beros
We
taught
talked
him
about
out
it, but then
Beros was very close to doing it and kind of said that it wasn't a good idea because it would alert
Yeah,
the
'cause
guards if they
if-
did
yeah.
their
Yeah,
rounds.
no, that's
If-
fine.
if-
Although now
Yeah.
the guards
It just
are
would have
very-
added more time to like you having to fix shit.
If the guards
Yeah.
are now already alerted, it might be worth doing that anyway. As we leave, you know.
Well, no. I'm going to change the word the password instead. Fuck the Watchers. We are the Watchers.
Sure.
Just for the
Is there a key?
Betrayal.
Is there a keyhole in that door?
In the one upstairs,
Yeah, at the top.
that one, yeah,
I thought
that
it was
one's
on.
also physical lock.
right. So I'm going to run.
Another
This-
key and
this-
snap.
Another key and snap.
Yep, jam it in, snap it off.
Wait till Volgar's done doing his shit though. Don't lock him in.
Yeah, I'm running.
Here's clear.
I'm literally like I feel like I'm running halfway up there, and I just get like the shit I do for you lot. Fucking just keeps running upstairs. Goes upstairs, changes it so it reloads to the main control panel that I just did. Basically undoing everything I did previously.
Yep.
And then I'm going to run down.
We're leaving through the roof window.
Yeah, leaving. Oh, okay. Leave out through the roof window then.
Cyrus will put
We
the
need to
key
get
in,
as
lock it,
far away
snap
from
it.
here as possible before this message goes out.
before any of them step out onto the roof window, Astra's gonna like just
Check.
listen as closely as possible
Can
so
I
you can hear
send-
anything.
I'm gonna send my little dragon out as well to make a bit of a scan to see if he can spot anyone. or
Yeah, so
anything.
he's not physically with you. Can you summon him to you magically, or?
He's. I assumed he was with me.
We said
At
that
that
you
point,
remember
so
we
we-
discussed it earlier that you would have left him away for the heist in case like
Oh,
shit was
we
to
can't
okay,
get him
yeah,
to
yeah.
climb.
You could like whistle for him. He's probably close enough that he
No,
can come
no
rushing in
whistling.
like.
Shush.
No whistling.
But there's a 12-foot fence with
I'll
barbed
point
wire
my
top that
head
you have to
out.
get through.
I'll just poke my head out slowly and just.
Yeah, it's a perception check then from you and from Astra. If you have a little look around.
12 to break a key, Harry.
Ah, yeah, you snapped that one as well.
Oh, I don't
Not as
spot
not as
fuck all.
dramatically, but not as many people see. So,
I spot nothing. Astra spots everything.
Bulgar, you don't see anything. Astra,
Astra sees God himself for a second there.
Sees an apple in the distance.
Astra, it looks like as you kind of look around, the yelling from earlier, if it did alert anyone, enough time has passed that they're no longer like actively looking to see what's happening. But you do see there is some watchers just leaving the building that you previously had scaled. They're coming out through the front door, and you kind of like overhear one of them. Do you speak Elvish?
No.
You overhear them kind of like saying a few things in Elvish that you don't quite catch. You just hear the odd like word that you don't understand. And then they the door closes. They talk briefly amongst themselves. There's only like 3 of them, and then they begin turning their attention towards the actual radio station itself, the broadcasting station.
Okay, there's watchers coming this way.
Probably got it like 3-4 minutes before they get to you.
Is there any way we can sneak down, like, on the opposite side of the building?
I mean,
We could still
could-
use the rope.
we could just wait here. If they see it's locked, they may just be like, "Oh, it's locked." They would have to know it's security, like watched.
Dogs.
You guys gonna stay hidden on the roof then?
Everyone get down.
Then that's stealth checks, please.
Everybody lay down on the
Atlas, can I have a guidance?
can. You can.
Who needs the guidance as well? I need the guidance.
Like one person be guided at a time. Concentration spell.
Only a 1 anyway.
Would Cat's... Oh god. Would Cat's Grace still be up?
It's been over an hour, so no.
Okay, what's my spell slots looking like? She'll
Shit
cast it
rolls tonight,
again.
family.
So that's all my 3rd spell slots gone, just to get it again.
Eros just vanishes and the rest of us just standing there like,
No,
Holding her up.
not a 2.
yep, that's right.
Technically, it's a 3.
It's a 3.
It's a 3! That's way better.
Isn't it
Average of 11.
group stealth miniature? Yeah,
It is.
about to say.
Barros and
We're dragging Barros down.
Do we get advantage for high ground?
And the dark.
Do we get advantage for the fact we're not moving at all?
No.
So she can't clink clank?
Well, that's what her casting Cat's Grace is for. She's already as
Get
as
rid of the
good
clink
as
clink.
she can get. The Watchers come forward. They approach the actual gates
I feel like
themselves.
we're all just dropped on the ground, just like, don't see.
Just laid on the roof like nothing.
One of them like pulls the like gate, and like you hear the chains rattling, and they kind of discuss back and forth, like not loud enough for anybody to clearly hear. They're just talking at like a normal level, and you guys are 30 foot away on top of a rooftop.
Can I stun them?
It's probably too far for you to make out much anything useful. It's just more like a little like you hear voices, but like they're not like clear.
It's like murmuring.
And you see one quickly into a few things in her hollow strap. Hear a few more words of discussion. They one of them like leans down towards the actual lock itself, and you see they hold their hand to it, and you watch as it glows red hot, and then they just ting and snap the padlock off, and you hear it ting ting under the cobblestones.
We locked
And
those guys in the cupboard, right?
Take the chain out. Open up. They like mesh, steel like fence, kind of like hitting off itself, and then they walk inside and start looking around. They do a perimeter sweep. They go to the front door. They try it. Hear in Elvish them say, "It's locked. Check for any broken windows." And they go around. They check the entire ground floor. They look at the floor above as well. There's no obvious signs of tampering or damage to the external building, and they've no key to try the lock, and they do not seem to spot you. They head back out towards the gate. You hear they put the padlock back in place, and you see the mending cantrip just and the padlock repairs itself, and then they return back to their patrol.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Agreed.
5 minutes pass. They head off down the street.
Maybe give it like 15 minutes though.
What time is it? Roughly.
By the time you sit
3:45.
and wait out the guards, it's 3:15.
Alright, that's fine. We can wait a bit.
You want to wait until past?
Yeah, why not? We're gonna be tired either way.
They don't seem to come back.
And then we'll leave.
Sure. How do you leave?
Atlas
As
will
quietly as
tie a
physically
rope.
possible.
Atlas will tie a rope onto the tower.
Mhm.
Drop it down the side of the building for everyone to climb down.
Okay. That gets you into the fully fenced off barbed wire compound, chain link fence.
Maybe tied.
They broke the chain link fence.
No,
No,
they
they
mended
mended
it
it.
again.
They
The
broke
lock
the
and
padlock
mended
and
it
chain,
again.
and then they did their sweep, and as they left, they mended it and repaired it.
Does anyone have mending?
I do. I think I did.
Does anyone have heat metal?
It is just a padlock.
But
Someone
it's a
could pick it.
padlock. Surely someone can break it.
Yeah, I could pick it.
I have men.
I'll attempt to pick it.
It is a very difficult check, Barros, because it is on the other side of a chain link fence. You've got to get your fingers through to like hold it in place. It
Do-
makes it a lot more fiddly.
Don't I
Does
still
Cyrus have the
keys?
Yeah,
never
if you're doing
put
keys.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like see if I can reach through
Atlas
and like.
will untie the rope.
Yep.
And come back.
You all climb down, ropes as you recovered, and yeah, you spend a bit of time, you find the correct key, and it pops open.
Leave.
Get out.
Lock it back up
Relock it.
again.
All right,
Just
and you
slash
slip
the
away
tires.
into the darkness.
Did Atlas recover the rope after
I
we
did.
climbed down?
Whose rope was this?
It's part of mine and part of Barros's.
You will give it to Barros.
Where did mine go?
It's used to tie
It's
up
being
the
used to tab
guards
the guards.
inside.
Please delete that inventory.
Beros will give you 50 foot of rope.
Thank you.
Not you. Volgy.
What? Half the rope was mine.
It's a 50 foot, like, we used 100 foot of rope.
It's fine.
Yes.
I've got another 2
So I'll
rolls. Don't
cut
worry.
the 50 foot, cut it in half, and give 50 foot to Volgy.
Yeah,
rope
I
will
will
be
just give it
cut in
back to you
half.
and just say I've
And
got
give
enough.
you your half back. I assumed you
okay.
already got your half.
Yeah, he wasn't stealing your half, Cyrus.
He's stealing your rope.
It's like
The test of power.
Atlas gives the rope to Beros, and Beros like, I'll give this to Volgir, and I'm like, but half of that rope is mine. I want my half back.
You know the best bit? The half that has been given to Volkir, Cyrus, you're pretty sure was your original half. Like, you've been given 50 foot of rope, but it's not the 50 foot rope you gave in the first place.
After they walk for a little bit, Atlas will turn to Barros and be like, "Right, give me your wine."
Do I have to?
Give it.
Fine. I was going to sell it anyway.
She'll uncork it and be like, "Okay, everyone take a chug and then spill some down yourself."
Fair.
Sure.
Everyone-
feel
We're
like-
coming into
Take a
the
chug.
tavern very late, and we're probably going to sleep in. A good excuse for that is that we are very drunk.
Give me the cloaks back. Because if we're coming in as ourselves, drunk, then there's no need to be wearing cloaks. We're just had a night on the town. So Cyrus will take the cloaks back and stuff them into the paper bag.
Right.
Luckily,
No worries.
we have stumbled drunk into this tavern a number of times, so
It'll be fine.
Righty. You stumble back in, a mouthful of red wine each, half gargled down yourselves. The tavern is quiet. Looks like the bartender has closed up for the night. There's a few patrons kind of like who are also staying here, who like there's like, which is like maybe 1 or 2 who you recognize, have just sat up playing cards late, drinking what's left of their drinks. But the owner is probably gone to bed at this point. It's very late. You make your way upstairs, return to your rooms, bed down for the evening.
Atlas finishes the wine if she kept on. Gave everyone a mouthful. Was like, "I'm taking this."
God damn it.
All right, you all long
I like to
rest.
think that you like don't even click. She's like acting drunk, like holding the bottle, like goes in, closes the door, and you're still like, "My wine."
All right, you all rest, unless anyone wants to do anything before bedtime. But
No, I think after this we all rest. It's been a long day.
Yeah, straight to bed.
Long old day.
alrighty, you do sleep in a fair bit. Whenever you finally wake up, it's actually pushing midday. By the time you get up and get a bit of food in you and things like that.
Do we any of us have do I have a message on my? Oh, that's right.
You are not a subscriber to the Tilm Times, so no.
Damn it. I should have added myself to it, but then it would have been noticeable.
You come down for brunch. The tavern is notably empty.
Even
There is not even a
barman?
bartender.
I think it worked then.
Should we go?
Is there any food about at all?
Yeah, there's like been things left out, like a variety of like cured meats and various like sandwiches, stuffs, and things like that, but nothing.
How close is the tavern to the docks? Like, if Atlas flew to the roof, would she be able to see there?
There's a couple of buildings in between there and big courtyards and things. You have to fly a little bit higher than the roof to get a clear like line of sight.
I'll do that.
Sure. You
There's just going to make like builder sandwiches. Bread, ham, bread, bread, ham, bread, bread, ham, bread, bread, ham, bread. And he's just going to be like handing them out to people being like, eat up, but we need to move.
Ham,
need
bread,
to
bread,
go.
ham, ham. He's doing it so fast. It's like, I just got bread, bread, bread. It's like, eat your bread, bread, bread.
I just
ham, bread, ham.
Alright.
Yeah, but Atlas will
leave,
fly
fly up.
herself up.
Yeah.
Try and get a bird's eye view.
Let's have someone roll me a D100, please.
Am I shot down?
D100. $78.
It's high. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Is that percentage of the population?
Atlas,
Or who knows?
Atlas, you don't need to get much higher than the roof because the Grand Airship Dock and the Military Dock has a almost vibrating mass of people there, packed like sardines, spilling out onto the main streets itself from the docks. There must be maybe at least 1,000 people, maybe more, just like all there, like pushing and waiting, and there's no queue, there's no organization. It's just a bit chaotic. You see there are several Watcher class gondolas kind of flying overhead, and you hear announcements in Elvish kind of being like broadcast down into the crowd. The crowd have there's no organization from the crowd either. There's nothing really apart from the fact they're all just trying to get somewhere, driving them. But yeah, you see there's a fairly heavy guard presence all around trying to just like get on top of the situation. From where you are right now as well, you see the Tilm Times has been completely locked down. There are 4 huge military class armored Tevs parked outside of it, and it looks like the place has been fully cordoned off. You see there's, and you only catch it because of the flashing lights coming from the vehicles. It kind of draws your eye. It looks like the building has potentially been shut down temporarily, probably because of the investigation.
Atlas will land, enter the tavern, just be like,
Gets handed a sandwich.
takes the sandwich. Well, I don't know whether it worked is the correct phrase, because I don't know what we were hoping would happen necessarily, but the docks are chaos and the Tilm Times is surrounded by armored vehicles, so...
Great. The Watchers are definitely spread thin then, or spread thinner
There's
than they would have been.
ships flying through the air broadcasting messages, but I don't speak Elvish.
Alright.
But looked like chaos over there.
I think we need to put our hoods on. If they're at the Thames time, who knows what those guards know? We're pretty distinguishable from a crowd of elves.
Yeah.
Although,
The problem is if you put
Wearing-
clothes on,
yeah.
they were so notice the cloaks.
if they recognize the cloaks, then all they know is that 4 or 5 individuals in black cloaks hit the Tilm Times. If we go out wearing the cloaks, that will basically paint us as guilty.
True.
I
true.
suppose our best bet is to walk out looking very normal and very hungover.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Should
Maybe
we
let's
message
head-
the Dryads and see?
Let's go to the Dryad's Tears. They would have seen what happened this morning. But
Right.
let's go step
now.
Or hungover, like we're trying to get to some food.
steer clear of the docks
For now.
for now.
Okay. Make your way through the streets. They are fairly quiet. As you're walking along, you see there is a few gondolas kind of doing the rounds. Are you trying to move without being seen, or are you just trying to move very casually? What's the...
I think we're kind of. Are we just walking
Casually.
regularly with
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
like a hint of like every so often just trying to shy
Maybe
away
with,
from
maybe with a
uptown?
slight of, like,
Drunk.
why is it so
Hungover enough.
quiet?
Try and look a little
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah.
Okay, let's call it a general performance check, please, from the group then. Let's see how well you act this role of the confused and innocent, out-of-towners.
Oh,
Does Astra get
20.
advantage for being innocent and confused a lot of the time?
No, because you know exactly why this has happened.
Well, we always knew Cyrus wasn't a good performer.
Yeah, he's not good at the other checks. Okay?
I mean, I got a 3, so I'm not doing any better.
Alice is just staring at people.
Alice is singing the fucking "Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious" like out loud.
As you're saying, like, doing this, moving along, one of the gondolas you clock begins veering off its course, coming down. Looks like it's coming towards you.
Fuck.
Okay.
Barris, I'm hoping that you can lead the situation and hopefully talk them out of whatever they're gonna accuse us of.
They're probably just doing their rounds.
And why we're the only ones not going towards the thing.
Astra's gonna lean on Cyrus and look like she's not looking healthy.
Sure.
Not looking so hot.
You hear announced from a little megaphone, like attached to the gauntlet itself, a voice call in common, recognizing all of your elves, and you kind of just hear like a little. Please remain where you are. We will be upon you shortly.
Oh.
Stand back while we land.
Hang on, there's a
Your
puffin
voice
overhead.
changer is.
Please remain where you are. We will be landing shortly. Please stand back while we land. And the ship like touches down like on the crossroads nearby. The guards get off, and you see there's about 4 of them on the gondola, and one of them who seems to be in charge kind of like approaches you, and goes like, "Sorry, you're probably not fully aware. We're putting the city into a light lockdown just at the moment until we can get things under control at the docks. There's been a bit of a miscommunication. Where are you staying? Or do you live anywhere? Have a home here?"
Astra like point over her shoulder towards the bit and bridle, assuming they haven't came too far. It's like the bit and bridle.
I'm not worried. I'd advise you return there at least until this evening. There'll be another announcement going around that when the lockdown has been lifted. But the streets aren't necessarily safe. We can't guarantee safety at the moment.
What is going on?
There's been a bit of a miscommunication. There's a lot of people have taken to the streets. Some of them seem to be a little bit dangerous. We unfortunately can't be everywhere at once, so we just to ensure the safety of the wider populace, we're just advising that you head back to where you're staying. If you are you planning on leaving? Where are you heading to? Where are you going?
I think we're just trying to get some food at the moment because the bit and bridle was very empty when we woke up. We've just woken up ourselves right now.
You may find many places are closed today, just with the current goings on.
Have you aware of
many
anywhere
people
we
going
can
out
get something?
to go eating? Pardon?
Are you aware of anywhere from obviously your vantage point that might be open?
Nowhere that I've seen has been open serving food or anything like that.
Right, we'll head back to the bin and bridle.
It's just for your own
It's
safety.
over.
Very well, officer.
I mean, God, half of us don't even speak Elvish. Imagine what kind of trouble we could get into.
Like I said, there will be an announcement from a few gondola patrols once everything's back under control and things return to normal. I'd say by tomorrow it'll be like this never happened.
Very well.
Okay.
We'll head back.
around.
Thank you for your advice.
Keep yourself safe. And then they head back, mount back up on the gondola, and you hear like the pilot call out again on the megaphone, just like, please stand clear, dusting off, and the like ship hums to life as the like spinning like little like side mounted propellers like let it just like dust back up again, and it kind of like falls back to its patrol route. You notice they do keep an eye on you as they are kind of patrolling this district, but
Walk back to the bit and bridle,
Yeah.
looking very, very unsuspicious.
walk back the bit
Maybe
bridle,
we should-
get back inside.
I might be holding my stomach, just looking around, looking at
Looking
any
so
shop.
sad and hungry.
Sees a bakery as he goes past, just like.
Maybe we should send a message to the Dryad's Tears. It might be easier for them to get to us. They know the city better than we do.
They might
As
be
much
able
as I
to,
hate that this is the solution to everything that I suggest, I could turn into something.
Turn into a smaller bird.
A
But then that will
squirrel or
only-
a cat.
Mm.
I mean,
As he
it's
said,
not like they can
tomorrow.
cordon off a squirrel.
True, but as he said, tomorrow they'll have the situation under control. We need to.
Exactly, so we should try and get to the Dryad's Tears as soon as possible and see what their plans are.
Do we know if they're still in the same location?
She said that they would be there for at least one more day.
You have a way to get in touch with them, no?
I do. I can call them once a day.
So we communicate with them, make sure they're still where they were. Get you to go figure out how we can optimize.
How does me messaging, is it the same as like?
It's sending, but it's like a sending direct to what you can't use for anything else. It's specifically that link.
How many words is that?
25.
25? Okay, what am I saying?
Are
We're gonna sort this out before I send it, so we don't end up with a half message.
Yeah. Are we looking for you to go and meet them, or are we looking for them to meet us halfway, or like what is the plan? We have the city in disarray. How do we optimize this opportunity?
Well, the gods know that we're here, so if we go out again, they'll know that we're up to something. But if they get out, if they get caught by the gods, they can say, "Oh, I'm staying in the Bit and Bridle," and they can just come meet us. They're also, like you said, they're from the city. They know how to avoid the gondolas. They know the streets and alleys. They've been doing it for a long time. They can stay out of the spotlight.
Especially because it's empty as well.
So what are we saying?
Come to the Bit and Bridle.
Come to the Bit and Bridle. We have caused a distraction. How do we use this to?
That is under the assumption that they aren't doing anything right now.
If you're free, swing by the Bit and Bridle. I don't know.
Maybe we've got you your distraction. Do you need help, or can you help us?
Have distraction. Help.
If they're in the middle of
Hang on.
something, then maybe
We have
can...
your distraction.
deciding it.
Do you need help? We're at Bit and Bridle. Or maybe I shouldn't say Bit and Bridle. Maybe I should say usual tavern. If you need us.
Yeah, that works. It's if they're in the middle of something and they need help, then we need to get to them.
Yeah.
But we need to find out what they can do.
This would be so much simpler if you could all turn into animals.
I mean, I'm halfway there.
Have you considered your Lord and Savior
The goat.
druidic magic?
Back in a minute.
But hey, that worked out fairly well.
Yeah, I mean,
Could have been
distraction
worse.
was caused.
Is Eric okay to stay until Friday morning?
Yeah.
No, I know, but I want. No, yeah, but there's a random guy in the couch that you don't really know sleeping until Friday morning.
That's fine, Jake's turning up. Same thing.
We taking a break?
Oh, okay.
I was
No, it's
I'm gonna get just in.
That's fine. I'm not a dick. Well, it's happened.
Joking. I'm joking.
Let's take us on a beer back on the street.
back. Alrighty. You're in the bit and bridle. You're about to send a message. What is the message?
Okay, what was the message?
Should have written it down.
Should have written it down. So,
Cause your
caused
distraction.
your distraction.
Are you sending this?
Yep. Caused your distraction.
We're at the usual. Do you need help?
Or do you want to meet?
Or do you want to meet? How many's that?
That is 1, 2,
Distraction.
3, 4. That's 17 or 18, depending on how much of an arsehole you think I am about the apostrophe and we're.
Watchers know we're here.
Being told not to leave.
Watchers know we're here. City lockdown? Or
Yeah.
lockdown?
City lockdown?
City lockdown?
Love the gang.
Okay.
The reply is just, ah. Like, that's
Send
not
dudes.
overly helpful, but okay.
Send dudes. Did you mean nudes? No, I mean send me more men. I'm in a fight.
Or just, okay.
Okay. Okay is the perfect response to any situation.
Uh-huh. Okay.
We don't need to talk about it. It's
Okay.
okay.
You hear back from Alara. You hear, we noticed. No plans set. We can come to you. Discuss more when together.
Perfect.
Okay. So now we wait.
Cyrus is gonna help himself to a tankard of eel.
And Cyrus?
Asher's gonna sniff about the kitchen, see what food, see what snacks she can haul out.
Yeah.
You were given a perfectly good sandwich.
Is the place
He
completely
wants
empty?
snacks!
Yes.
Alice is gonna get behind the bar and start looking for whatever's expensive.
Okay, investigation check from Atlas, 'cause she's looking for something of like decent monetary value. Astro, you're just going for the kitchen cupboards and stuff like that. I mean, it's a fully stocked
Yeah.
pantry, so if you want to start cooking
Oh,
stuff, like
sure, I
there's-
roll well now.
Barrow-
Where
Bar-
were you when
Barrow's
I was
won't
making
join.
stealth checks?
What are you doing, Barros?
Barros will join in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Turn into Cyrus. Cyrus, you literally just gave me ham. It's ham.
Yeah, if you want an actual meal, we need to cook something.
I think Volga's not looking for the most expensive one, but he's looking for a good bottle that he can.
You need
go away.
some meat on your legs. You bony goat boy.
Well, if I'm going to fit into them pants one day, then I do.
I can throw some extra lard into the stew, might help.
Alright, so while Astra starts prepping some food, Atlas is scavenging for the most expensive things she can find, and Volgir is looking for something that's just a good year and a good vintage. Volgir, in the hour you're waiting, you can easily find a decent, I would say 3 bottles of very fine wine. You think will have aged nicely based on their year and things like that, and what you know of the Elvish vineyards. Atlas, you are looking for anything off-worldly and strange and startling. You do manage to find a like hidden, like at the back of like a big kind of like wine rack, like on its sides, had like fallen down the back, or was stashed there. There is a very interesting looking bottle. It appears to be a bottle, almost like a perfect cube, not a cube, even like a cuboid, like a little tall rectangle, made entirely of stone. And it's got some like gold filigree carved into it that look like very blocky runes. What languages do you speak?
Celestial, Common, Draconic, and Druidic.
Nothing you recognize.
She'll hold up the ball and be like, "Can anyone read this?"
I can
Bulgir,
read.
it's Dwarvish.
Yep. Oh, brilliant. Yep, I can read it.
And it
What's it say?
says.
It says.
He's like,
that-
"I can read it," and then just walks away. It's like,
Yeah, just
Fuck
I
you,
can
man.
read it. It's useless.
Continue snipping.
It's worthless. Waits for it to put it down and then goes picks it up himself. Right.
nah. Atlas knows something valuable when she sees it, even if she can't read it.
It is a Magmanus, which you would know is quite a successful dwarven whiskey distillery, which is at one of the deeper levels of Stjorn. They use the actual heat of the core of the planet to accelerate the fermentation process of the whiskey.
It's shit wine. You should put it back. Just put it back.
Can I
Jesus.
insight him?
Sure. And I think that's definitely be a deception check, Volgir, because
Can I give myself guidance on this insight?
you wish everyone in your party so you cast a spell on yourself.
Oh, you don't worry. You don't need to use the guidance anyway.
Don't roll on that one.
It's a cantrip, so.
Oh,
Atlas, it's probably something that isn't shit wine.
Atlas will take it and go stash it in her bag.
Quite worryingly,
good
Atlas,
wine.
there appears to be no lid or way to open it.
She gotta smash that shit.
Volgir, you would
What's
know
it called when
traditionally.
you, like, smash the top of a bottle. with-
Sabraging,
Yeah.
which is normally a sparkling wine. Volgir, you would know that Magmanus is unique in that fact. There is no lid, so whenever it is planned to be consumed, normally you would have someone
finish.
like chisel a corner off, or like chip a corner off, like to pour from, or some people just fucking hit a pickaxe on top of it over like a bowl, like you just any way to fucking get the thing open.
I'll relay that fact to her.
She will roll it up in her bedroll so it's nice and safe.
Oh, it's very sturdy.
It's made of
It's
stone.
not a glass bottle.
Yeah, but she's
getting
used
into
to
it is like
wine.
you'll probably need someone of like a Cyrus level strength to get into this thing, At least it stops it clanking around.
Yeah.
I'm about to say you
Or
could
damaging
just do
anything
it back
else.
to Volgir, who's
If
spent his
Atlas
life in
runs out of
mines.
weapons, that becomes an improvised club.
Mhm. Probably the weight behind it's probably decent. Yeah, Volgir will mention just if you want to open it, just come see me.
Of course. It's not like I wasn't gonna share
Just be prepared
anyway.
to finish the entire thing.
And Astra, what are you planning on making?
Probably just like
Ham.
a stew.
Yeah, stew's pretty doable. You can chop some vegetables, get a bit of meats, things like that, get it on the boil. Yeah, just maybe a general either. Do you have cook's utensils or anything like that?
I
Is it proficiency with?
Don't think so.
That's fine. There is cook's utensils in this kitchen here, so if you had them, you could add your proficiency bonus to it. But let's just call it. Have you got proficiency in survival or anything like that?
Not survival, nature, but that's it.
No, then it'll just be some flat wisdom roll as you cook with
Okay.
feeling.
Should probably take those.
You're not following a recipe,
cook stills.
Yeah, you
My-
cook utensils
my
like
assist.
pots and pans and spatula.
One
Yeah.
carrot, 2 carrots. Two carrots will do it. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, it's it's a stew. Like, how badly can it go?
Okay, so advantage then of
Put liquid in
Assists.
pot. Put vegetable in pot.
20.
Wait a while.
22?
22 plus proficiency 24.
Are you proficient with cook's utensils? Are you?
No.
Then no proficiency.
mind.
Yeah, that's just
Again, where were these rolls when we were trying to be sneaky?
Astra, you make a
Sneaky.
really
Oh, okay.
well seasoned,
Cooking and finding expensive booze? Absolutely.
really well seasoned stew. It's very delicious. You taste as you go, and you like plate it up for all your guys. So some lovely hearty bowls of stew. It's very, very delicious. And as you're kind of plating up and you all begin to tuck in, that's when the door swings open, and you see there are 3 figures who kind of make their way inside, and they're all kind of like hooded, like moving, like relatively swiftly, and they close the door behind them.
You guys want some stew, or?
You see the leader of this group like throw her hood back, and you're met with her like striking presence once more of Alara. And then at her side, you see there is both Fjornik and Yasin again, who had come here previously.
That's how it's said.
And she kind of like smiles and goes like, "Oh well, we certainly would not turn down good hospitality. You the new proprietors of this establishment."
No, we're just making ourselves at home.
Fair enough. It
Everyone
looks like
else
they're
seems
beginning to
to
get
have,
everything under control
gone.
at the docks, unfortunately. But we might still have some time before everything returns back to normal.
What do we want to do then?
Do we know what the Do we know if the actual messages went out?
Not yet. We believe they might have been held back because of the goings-on. The Minister of Magical Affairs is due to give a broadcasted announcement. It probably will be displayed on the screens here, actually. And she goes over and turns one of them on, and you see there is a reporter, this like elvish like woman, like long, like light, almost white hair, standing there, and she speaks entirely in Elvish, but those of you who are Elvish, speak Elvish can translate. And she's like, she's basically saying things along the lines of, "We're currently waiting for the Minister of Magical Affairs to come forward and explain the technical issues that occurred this morning. There's been rumor of sabotage taking place. We're still waiting on hearing the final verdict, but it seems like the message sent this morning of successful access applications was falsified. I'm here now with." It's like, yes, I never even applied for an next application, but I got told it was accepted, so I came to the docks to see what was going on in case they were going to forcibly remove me from the island. And there's a real like mixed bag of people who seem to have come, and people who are actively trying to leave, and people who had no interest in leaving as well, people who've shown up. And you see behind the reporter, there's that big news van that you had left behind.
Is there a dent in it?
There's probably some hoof marks in the top. But yeah, they appear to be on the scene. Looks like perhaps the Tilm Times is at least up and running, at least mobile, maybe not at the actual main broadcasting station. But yeah, they're like getting ready, and you see there's like a little makeshift stage kind of being built out of a like gondola that's like been parked kind of overlooking the crowds, and there's still big crowds and big group of people, but they seem to be with no one there to rile them up or to egg them on. Looks like the crowds are beginning to disperse, or a bit disappointment, and yeah, there's nothing. No one really took advantage of the situation they've been generated. It's still there, but it's definitely not as like
We were
hectic
kind of
as it
expecting
was.
you to jump in on that.
To be honest, we didn't really know it was you who'd done it. We saw it was a bit chaotic, but we had no plans made this morning. We received the notifications ourselves, and but surprised, especially not all of us had applied. We didn't really have anything in the works right now. There was nothing, no target for us set. If we'd known you were going to be doing it that night, we might have discussed maybe what you would benefit from us doing as well.
Yeah, we kind of just moved fast.
Fine.
I may
I
as
mean,
well
it,
got away with it.
it looks like it's drawn the guards away. I think the from what we can gather, they are definitely on the lookout for people. So maybe, keep your heads down if able.
We got caught by a group of watchers trying to get to you guys, but they didn't arrest us on the spot at the very least.
Word might not be fully out so much.
There may be some hoof prints in the top of that van.
They'll do an investigation, I'm sure, and try to draw their own conclusions.
Maybe we should make you wear shoes, Theros.
I don't have like feet. The right feet for shoes.
You don't have
We'll
feet.
get
Horseshoes?
we'll get shoes manufactured that can like clip on to your
Anyone?
hooves.
Anyone ever thought
Horseshoes.
of maybe just getting him horseshoes?
Well, that
I'll-
doesn't that
I'll
doesn't
nail 'em in.
solve the problem
Yeah.
of hooves being.
Yeah. 2 hooves in shoes.
Unless we got him horseshoes in the shape of human feet.
Got horseshoes with Beros written in,
I mean,
engraved into them.
But Vulgar's theory isn't like too bad. Like you could just get some normal fucking shoes and nail them into his hooves, like through the sole. They might be a little bit floppy, but like
It's something to be considered, but we need to focus on the task at hand. How do we
Right.
best utilize the disturbance that we still have going on before it quiets down too much?
We need to figure out if we just
that depends what you want to do. Do you want to try to get people on side to try to take control and stop this, or do you want to just go for your strike force?
Usually I would say safety in numbers, but I don't want to risk the general populace.
Well, I mean,
We've already risked the general populace.
the Minister of Magical Affairs is doing a talk in the next 15 minutes, half an hour, down at the military dock.
Could kill him.
I wasn't thinking that necessarily, but maybe.
She does that. That's the conclusion she jumps to. You
I
get
was
used to
thinking
it and
maybe,
ignore it.
We could strike
rile
the
up the
crowd when he's
crowd,
talking.
or find some way to get them on side with our
Surprisingly
cause.
good at riling up crowds so far.
I'm just saying, you made a bonfire this morning, and now it's reducing down to a little ember.
So we need to stoke the fire again?
Indeed, that is if you want to keep that going. You probably would still have time now. The guards are probably still fairly distracted. You could hit somewhere else if you wanted to get anywhere in specifics.
If we could get into the magistrate's office, if we burn the evidence of the Exodus, then it'll
we get
be
into
like
the Houses of Arcanum, we might as well go for the Archmage, but I think we're still going to struggle. Maybe we're best causing enough chaos that she's forced to make a statement herself.
draw her out.
Yeah.
I think it is
with-
unlikely we'll see her on the streets until the day of the Ascension, unless we do something.
Exactly.
riling up the
Surely
crowds
if
might
we-
be our best option then.
I think
If
so.
enough people are fighting against the wardens that she personally has to step in.
If they feel like they don't have a choice, then they could help cause more chaos. They could cause enough destruction throughout the city. We essentially need this to spread across the entire city. So far, it's only 1,000 people, probably half that now. 500 people. That's enough to spread chaos everywhere.
Well, we could even use this distraction as a vote of no confidence. Clearly, they don't know how to handle the amount of people if they're having false declarations, or maybe it was a system malfunction. Maybe something as simple as the wrong message getting out could show weakness in the plan of the Archmages.
Can I? One other. They've had that many people turn up this morning. They were completely not ready to get them shipped off island on the last day. Does that not say that they don't plan to ship off any, or the very few number at all?
True.
It is strange if a bunch of people showed up at the docks saying that they had been approved. You'd think some people would just send them on their way regardless.
Yeah, they'd
you
start
know?
loading the ships.
Yeah.
Or at least it wouldn't be a full military response. It would be a, well, why don't we just push up this timescale? Why would they push it back?
Well, regardless, I suppose we need to get out there and start.
Yeah, if we raise these points to people in the crowd, that could spread. It'll show how uncooperative or unwilling they are to actually let people leave.
If you need myself and the rest of the group to do anything else, we can also do something alongside you all. If you want to stay together, we can do something separate. Or we could go through the crowd and try to spread the seed and free you up to do something else.
I think to be effective, everyone needs to. That's a lot of people. We need to get through as many as we can. We need to spread it like wildfire through that crowd.
If that's the plan, I can say the word and I can get my people to start making their way over.
How
Let's
are
do
we
it.
gonna get over? We got like one street down before we got stopped. We stick out like a sore thumb.
Well, hopefully our dryad friends here could guide us through the streets.
We got here by going through a couple of back alleys and taking a short detour through the Undercity. There's no Undercity opening on this side of the town any closer than one we came out of to get to the docks. So we'll just have to have a back alleys or a dash for it. But if we time it right, we might be okay.
I think we can do it.
We'll follow your lead.
I'm hesitant to put myself out there.
Because you look the way you do.
Well,
Not
that could
holding
either
you
be a
badly.
good or bad thing.
I mean, that's the thing. She looks like the Archmagus.
And
What if we use that? What if she goes up to address the people after the Ministry of Magical Affairs does his speech? Get her to the front and be like, "Oh, I need to speak." They're
I
twins.
mean, it could get you up there.
And then
But
you
then-
spread your message.
There is one problem.
Can't
She
speak
doesn't
out
like
against the
public
Archmage.
speaking.
I can't lie. I don't have that ability.
You don't have the ability to lie.
Can you
What
state
good
your
politician would give that away?
You don't have to lie. You tell the truth. These people are not leaving the city.
Put a big old target on your back, but you know.
We could try.
We can protect you.
I don't know how we'll get into the military compound. I'm sure if the Archmage is coming, she will probably come in via a gondola, a military gondola. We could always try to take one. Or we could try to sneak in another way. But we'd have to look at the situation and see if there's any a conveniently placed stack of boxes or something to climb up.
maybe just have you steal him from the crowd, make a big entrance?
Wouldn't really be her style. And my existence is not secret among the Watchers or the Council. I'm not some big reveal. To the people, probably, but not necessarily to them. It would risk them calling me out for what I am. That's why I'm nervous, because it could be either a good thing if used like you're suggesting, or it could be a very bad thing if it's revealed that someone who sympathizes with this cause is, you know, bad aspects of their ruler.
Or all the good aspects of their ruler.
Depends how you phrase it.
So we go down to the docks and
We go down to the docks, we try and sow discord, and if a good opportunity arises, we throw the starry elf on stage.
Sure. She pulls a
Worst
scarf,
case scenario,
ties it around her like face and nose.
worst case scenario, we'll die. But beyond that, I think we'll be good.
All right.
Right? Nothing like a little bit of afternoon revolution.
What's the worst that can go wrong? I can turn into a bear now.
And remember, this isn't necessarily just about stoking the flames. This is about getting people on side. You've got 8 of us at the minute who can help you. We can convince one person each. That's another 13 people.
And if they can all convince one person, and then if they can all convince one person,
Yes, it's all great. Let's
13
go before
rotations.
they...
let's do it. We're losing time the longer we discuss it.
They all put their hoods up. All of them actually don full face masks, so like they put up like scarves to cover their features to keep their identities hidden. And they head towards the front door.
Cyrus will run upstairs and grab the cloaks again, because fuck it.
You'll...
Atlas will switch out her mask for her star mark.
Hands everybody a cloak.
Hello, Atlas.
Hello, little Saparna.
Would you like me to make the star mark more less obvious, as I discussed before? You didn't ever give me an answer.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Certainly. Please wait while I install an upgrade. The previously quite bulky and almost cumbersome, heavy-looking, huge like rocket on Atlas's back that when she wore made her like almost pulled her slightly hunched bird posture into a very straight back, like unwillingly.
Yes, posture support.
Your star mark is due for an upgrade of star mark 11. Would you like to restart and receive update?
Postpone.
It like begins to glow with this like green and gold light, and the little stars all across it like flash for a moment, and then you see little like vines and things like creep out from each star, and they almost like grab it, and like you watch as they almost like warp them. It makes it look almost like clay being moved and shifted, and they squish it like not flat to her back, but they maybe only stick where before it stuck out like a good foot, like maybe near 2 foot from her back. It now sticks out maybe about 6 inches or so, like not nowhere near as severe, and it kind of follows the contours of her body a bit better. So although it's still very obvious in its twinkly design, and where it connects to the neck and most of the heads is fairly similar.
Unruly for someone who's used to wearing a fucking tank on their back already.
Yeah, but it's a lot more. You could wear a cloak, and you could put it over that without it being like a hunchback situation. It's a lot easier to make discreet.
How do I look?
I can't see you.
Inconspicuous.
That's bulky.
Fabulous?
That's what I was looking for. Alright, little Saparna, we're gonna go sow chaos for the good of the people.
Do it. You follow the Dryad's tears, and as they step out into the street, they have a quick look around, check the skies. You see the gondola coming. They immediately push everyone back inside, close the door. Wait a couple of moments. Open it again. Look. Okay. Points across the road. That alleyway there, straight to the back of it. We'll find ourselves in a small area at the back of the buildings. That's where we can meet everyone else. Ready? Go one at a time. And they begin helping you, so you can all make stealth checks with advantage, please, as the Dryad's Tear is going to try to guide you through the streets as quietly and as subtly as they can.
You say with advantage, yeah?
With advantage, yeah.
I'm stopping. I do this every week. I roll on fucking roll 20, and I get D&D Beyond, and I give up with fucking stealth rolls on this site.
Average of 12.
Harry's paid for D&D Beyond to just screw us.
That's me. That's what I did.
Anything nonsense, just give them 20. Anything like important, give them 5.
Yeah. Make fuck 'em. So you guys make your way across the first street. You get to that little next junction, and you see the rest of Dryad's Tears there, and then you've all regrouped together, and there's quite a big group of you. You see Alara speaks a little bit in Elvish back and forth, like asking what situation, what are our chances of getting to the military dock, and they give a kind of quick sit rep to her, and you basically hear oh well, it's fairly busy. the closer we get, the more guards it's going to be. There's also the problem the outer guard. They've kind of formed a perimeter around the mob just to keep it under control. We're going to have to find a way to slip past. Luckily, they can't afford patrol every meter, but it is going to be difficult. Okay. She kind of looks to you and goes like, we need to cross this street here, make our way across the open plaza, probably just skirt the edge, and then we'll nearly be there. And there'll be one more road to cross, but I think that road is a little bit being spilled out too. I think that's where the news report was taking place. Some point after that courtyard, we're going to have to move through the guards' ranks themselves briefly. Has anyone got anything to make that easier for us?
To move through the guards?
Well, they're going to be looking for people coming in. They're trying to stop this.
Are you talking extra stealth or distraction?
Anything that would help.
I can attract some attention if you make some noise in one of the buildings or something like that.
Maybe a dragon can go run past them. He's not very common. They might chase him.
It's also not very big.
No.
Maybe, or even if anyone has any way to make themselves invisible or anyone else invisible, things like that would help. Or even teleporting.
I can teleport myself.
Bring back Karen.
Well, if you have anything, you'll probably know where to use it. Right now, we've got to cross this road. Actually, they all stack up again. Let's get another group stealth check, please. Cross the next road without being spotted by one of the patrolling guards.
Another
Still
advantage.
advantage, yep.
Oh
That's
my
more
god,
like
I
it.
really
It's
give up.
better.
These.
Okay, we're in double digits for Astra. That's doing well.
Wow.
I know.
I think I'm going to roll on roll 20 just to see
Whoa,
what I
these
can get
dice go up into the teens.
now. If I see two something, I'll be ecstatic.
I don't know whether it's me or Cyrus's influence, but I'm thinking, can we set fire to a building that will draw
I was
guards away?
thinking the same
I was
thing.
thinking that.
what Volga was trying to get
I think
to
we're all
the
just
point of
chaotic.
I like that we just
Volga can use
default to
thermatology.
arson.
Yeah, let's just burn down one of the buildings. That'll draw guards away.
See, Volga is thinking more, let's just make a bunch of windows on a building fly open or something like that. Thaumaturgy.
So you,
Olga's like, maybe we can open some windows, make some noise. And the others like,
Make some crowds follow.
arson.
Yeah.
you cross this next road successfully by the skin of your teeth. There's a larger group as well. The gondola just rounds the corner just as the last few gets into the cover flat behind the building, panting and just from the stress. But yeah, you
I
managed
like to
get
think
there.
with the low roll, it's like Volgar's fallen behind with his short legs and someone just grabs him.
You make your way around the courtyard. And you can hear the sounds of lots of people. And it's not like people yelling in rage or anything like that. It's just that hum of lots of voices talking over each other, a big group. And as you kind of peer through the gap of one of the buildings, you kind of see where the crowd is beginning. And you see there's a couple of watchers who are patrolling back and forth every now and again. Just they've got their backs to you. They're more focused on the crowd. But there's currently 3 of them. You're kind of in your way, I guess.
Is there anything looking super flammable nearby? Just casually,
Sorry.
a large pile of wood or a particularly dry tree,
Is there a market stall anywhere
a
nearby?
pile of oil-soaked rags.
Just give me a luck roll. Just roll d20. A roll high.
That was a 20.
Oh,
Hey, you look around.
Pile of oil-soaked rags?
There is a
The sun. Perfect.
there's a Tev, which is a big it's a big arcane arcane truck. You see it's got this huge tanker on the back, and you see it like it's just like glass tanker fluctuating with purple and blue arcane energy inside. It, like wisps around like this like neon gas almost. Right next to it, you see there's Bernie's oil lantern repair shop. Which is parked directly outside.
I love you, Bernie's oil lantern repair
And
shop.
then in front of that, there's a big like pile of like newspapers from the day before that have been dumped, just all there, all within like a 10-foot radius of each other.
How lucky! It's almost like somebody rolled a dice on that. Alice is going to gesture and be like, "So, fire?
I have
Fire.
a box.
I can deal with that." And Atlas is going to try and just stealth over there and cast Create Bonfire.
Sure, make me a stealth check then, just before you cast a spell to see how you can do stuff like the cards, like hearing you
Going
cast
to
a spell.
guidance myself. I'm always going to guidance myself. Guidance is a great spell.
Just roll a d4.
Can
you have to
guidance
roll.
stack?
No, you can't gain the same effect though. The same name of effect
God,
twice.
that's shit. Ow. I need to fucking roll my actual
Four.
guidance. I
Just say guidance and roll a d4.
I
Don't click
know,
the spell.
I know. I'm not very sneaky.
10.
I'm 10 sneaky.
Okay, that's fine. Atlas, you move up. You're as quiet as you can. You start casting Create Bonfire. What are you casting Create Bonfire on?
Okay, so there's a pile of newspapers on the ground next to oil lantern shop.
Yep.
And a Tev.
It's like a big Tev, like oil tanker, like a fuel truck.
Okay, I'm going to cast it on the newspapers, and then I'm gonna run like fuck.
Okay.
Hopefully before it spreads. I'm hoping it will spread quick-ish, but slow enough that I can get the fuck away in case it explodes.
I feel like as this is going on,
the newspaper's going to catch enough fire to catch the Tev or the lantern shop.
as this is going on, Volga's just content to the other lightning to
It just says it
If she
ignites
sets a
flammable
fire,
objects in
is
this
that not
area
gonna
that aren't
cause a
being worn or
panic?
carried.
You're targeting a stack of newspapers.
Why should I target like the shop or the Tev?
Up to you, but you right now you're planning on targeting the stack of newspapers. That will still cause a distraction. Like,
Because the Tev's is like a glass tank, so I can't set fire like inside there. Or can I? It's a glass tank.
Is there any other way
On
of getting
ground,
to the
I can see.
you
within
could cast it inside there on the ground of the tank.
Sure, let's do that.
Okay.
I don't know if it's flammable or not, but
Please be a safe distance away.
How
I
close are you?
can do it from 60 foot away.
Okay, probably a good thing. Atlas, you.
Because
She's gonna turn back and be like, "Some people may die."
It's a sacrifice we're willing to make, but what
How
about
far
them?
back do the group move?
Atlas is going to encourage you to move.
We all do like shimmy sideways,
Back.
like
Like back
Yeah,
around the
moving for
wall.
cover.
Okay, so
I'm
all the
just
way back on
think-
the cover.
I'm just thinking of the fucking scene in the X-Men where it's like, "Get back," and they all like back up a little bit. It's like, "Get back." This might be how Atlas dies.
So Atlas, most of your party, they move behind the walls, out of the way, like within total cover.
Yep.
You creep forward as best you can.
Mm-hmm.
You start targeting casting the spell.
Yep.
Okay. You cast the spell. As you are just about to finish the casting, one of the watchers spins around, hearing a spell being cast, and you see they lift their hand, and you see they're about to cast a spell, and as they do so, everyone who is with the Dryad's Tears, you would all see whipping round the corner, who was trying to keep an eye on Atlas as best they can. You would see your female friend who's like kind of popped in and helped a couple times. You see Fiornic poke round, and she raises her wand, and you hear her as a counter spell counters the counter spell. It was
Counter
was
spell
about
that
to stop
counter
Atlas.
spell.
And as that happens, Atlas, you cast the Create Bonfire spell inside the Archean tank. There is
I don't know if this is flammable or not.
there is a split second where you see the Watcher follow the spell being cast, and then you hear them yell in Elvish, "Everyone get!" And like it's almost like the world goes into slow motion for a moment as the Archean tank explodes. Atlas, roll me 12d6, please.
I'm dead.
Are we now terrorists?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was
Is there
just.
any way to roll these?
Go ahead,
on
go ahead.
This is where
Roll
Volga was going with the. Will there not be
And on the left-hand side, the wheel.
more?
In fact, I thought the newspaper was going to be good. Was what we were going
A
for.
little bit of a. Yeah.
Just a little bit. Oh, what's that over there?
Like, I was thinking a burning building in the distance that the guards would go, oh god, there's a burning building,
The
let's
advantage
go
of
and
the
stop
ball,
that. Not
Yeah.
everybody in the...
Everyone's dead. 12.
Oh.
Depends on how big the blast is as to whether or not Atlas gets hit. From
Yeah,
60
it's
from
similar.
She'll
60
be
feet.
down, but it's not all of her hit points again, so she won't die.
Atlas, dex save, please.
This is like Fireball times 7.
Mm. That was just the initial
Five.
explosion. This was Harry goes as an additional
That
damage.
was so close to a 20
Like,
as well.
I know Harry said we couldn't, but could we?
I would like to say Harry said we couldn't, but I would also like to say that that was very in character.
It was very in character.
I'm gonna give you know what? I'm gonna vote inspiration for George on...
Not for
that.
this, but for the future.
Yeah, but for the future, yeah. Maybe for a death save.
Yeah.
For my death
Yeah.
saves.
For the yeah.
You would all see as Fionik sees what's happening. She throws herself around the corner, and you hear her cry out in agony as the fire like blasts past her. She's instantly bloodied, even though she succeeded the save. And you see she's got horrible burns
I'm
all the way
dead.
down her lower half. You hear a huge explosion seconds before that happens. And then you hear like ringing in your ears, and like, there's that huge plume of like black smoke that rises from a fuel fire as it rapidly burns off. And then you hear someone call out like, you know, "Oh my god, are they okay? Sapana be damned, what the hell?" And then as that's happening, you hear another explode out, and you hear people screaming in agony. Mass panic sets in. Absolute mass panic. You hear someone yell, "Oh, Sapana, we're under attack!" And it's just like, you know, that like it is complete chaos around that corner. What do you all do?
Am I dead?
You don't know.
Okay.
Cyrus
But I
is
don't
going to
know
see
if I'm dead. Surely I would be at least aware.
Barris is going to run to Atlas.
Yeah,
Aw.
that's exactly what I was going to say.
Aw, look at my
As soon as you
buddies.
can see her.
Look at my buddy scooping up my blithered smithereens of corpse.
Beros, you run
Yes.
around the corner. You see Atlas has been blown back from the explosion. Luckily, out of the secondary explosion that's just gone off from the oil shop, which is now on fire. As is the building you're all next to. It's now beginning to go up in a very rapid inferno with the huge amounts of fuel. And it's just getting very quickly out of control. A lot of the crowd have turned around and are looking at this. You move forward and you see Atlas is on the ground, unconscious, bleeding out. You see most of her suit has been like burned away or quite badly damaged, but the star mark seems to still be perfectly intact.
Oh, thank God. Astra will run as far as she can and cast Healing Word at third? Second level, yeah.
Sure thing.
Hang on, let me just.
Hey, you can do that from the corner. You don't have to.
Okay.
There we go. Just
Cyrus
put
was
myself on death
essentially-
saves real quick.
Cyrus was essentially going to scoop and run.
I feel like as you're doing that, Ash is just like
9 hit
heal,
points.
heal, heal, heal.
Hey.
Alrighty. All the 3 guards in this area
As
are
Atlas
all
comes
dead.
to, she's like, did it distract them?
I did a little more than that.
We need to go. I don't think they're. Or join in the mass panic and cause.
A quick scan
Seven.
around,
My mum
you see
killed
there
me.
are
Suit.
about nearly 30 people on the ground, including the guards.
Well, Atlas is a terrorist now. You want to add that to the petty crimes list?
I think
I'll-
gonna.
We may have leveled up from petty crime.
Notoriety went to 27.
Notoriety
Volgir's gonna
100.
Cast up 2 of his good berries
Mm-hmm.
and just start going around feeding 1 to every single person that he thinks is reasonably
They're dead.
still living.
They're dead,
They're-
Volker.
Yeah.
They're all dead.
outskirts, on the outskirts, not
They're,
the ones
they're
right next to
commoners who took 42 points of damage.
Anyone who looks like they're still relatively okay, Ash
Yeah.
is going to cast Spare the Dying on them.
Okay.
Just go around like.
The 2 of you, as you're
Spare the
going around, Astra, you've kind of come to the party late because you were stopping to help Atlas. So
Thanks.
Volgir, you're going to have the full 3 turns to try to save people. Astra, you're only going to get 2 because you
Okay.
spent the person helping Atlas. For each of those turns, roll me a d20, add your medicine bonus to it, and if you roll under a 15, the person you get to in that turn they're passed.
Can I try and save people, or am I too busy being dead and then being revived?
You get 1 chance.
Okay.
So roll me 2 more Volgir.
Right.
Medicine?
Medicine, yeah.
If everyone's helping, Cyrus will help as well.
Volgir, the first 2 people you get to, you're able to force good berries down their mouth, and you head to the final one, and just you get to them, you just watch the life leave their body just as you kneel down, and you put the berry in, and you like force it down their throat, but they don't come back. Astra, you move up on 1 person, and straight away you see that they are very close to death. You're able to pull them back from that with your medicine check. You don't get them up, but you like stop the immediate like pain and contusions like from like just overwhelming them, and you're able to like they're like comatose, but like they're not gonna die. Cyrus, you rush up to someone, dead. Atlas, you rush up to someone after Astra gets you up, and you kind of like go alongside each other, and again you like quickly search them over, kneel down, just try to give basic first aid, and then you're able to save one individual as well, as is Astra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 saved.
Yeah,
Maybe
5
let's
out
give
of
this
20
a
ain't
go.
bad.
Will feel like I am avoiding that one guard that's spotted.
Oh yeah, I'm
That was-
imagining you're not going for the guards.
Oh no.
I'm imagining if that guard was close enough to spot the spell being cast, that man is dead now.
There is that's been about nearly 30 seconds since the explosion. What are you doing?
We should probably get the fuck out of here.
Barros will turn around. We might need to fucking capitalize. Maybe we go for the houses of Arcanum. Go for the fucking Archmagus. This is the only opportunity we're going to get. There's enough chaos. People have fucking died for this. Let's not make their death in vain.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Volgir is just going to turn around and just pass it to one of these people he's just given all the good berries to. He's just going to pass the remaining 7 or sit at
Help
the
people.
8. Just go. Give it to people you think might live.
Okay, we'll try. We start going around, begin searching, like try to help people.
And we'll head to wherever we believe the Archmagus currently would be.
Cyrus will call to the Dryad's Tears to follow them.
Yep, they will follow at your behest. Leaving the 2 of them stay behind. One of them, the one who's quite badly bloodied, and someone just help her. Probably Yasin stays with her.
Atlas is charred.
Right. Ow.
Smells like Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Astra, can you mend her suit as best you can?
I can try. She'll cast mending, and she'll also give you.
On the upside, when I get burnt, I smell really good.
What's the?
I'm in a lot of pain.
She also gives you one of the healing salves. So I can roll it now if you want.
Yeah, roll me some heal.
You go 34 hit points back.
Damn, that's a lot of hit points.
Fuck.
You got
I'm good. I'm
of
fixed.
those 8 dice, you rolled 4 on.
I'm
You rolled
totally
4
healthy
5 of them.
again. I'm good. I'm good, and it only cost a cantrip to cause that explosion, so you know.
Okay, you guys start running.
Get rid of that.
I don't know if that went well or not.
As we're running away, Volga's going to turn around, go, and just be like, "Never pick the most flammable thing."
Let's
We
just hope
wanted-
the ends justify the means.
Yeah, so many people didn't need to die for that.
Like I said, let's make their fucking deaths worth it, otherwise we're fucked.
So you guys on the map are currently here. This is where the explosion has happened.
Let me just update our notoriety here.
Max. Just right.
200.
Just max. Whatever max is, that's what we're at.
80. 800.
There we go.
8,000.
999,999.
Yeah. What's our upper limit here, Harry?
Where does notoriety end?
So
We
Does
spent.
it go all
we
the way
spent
to
like.
100? Or does it go
Trying to-
higher?
I mean, we got it down so low just to blow the place up.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Look, I'm not saying that I made a good decision. I'm saying I made
You
a
made a
character
decision.
decision.
So, you guys are currently there. What route do you want to take? How are you getting to the house?
Is there a pathway up through here, Harry?
That is a loading bay, so you can climb that, but you will need someone to operate the cranes, or you'll need to, get creative. It's a 50-foot, scaling up to the, but that does take you all the way up to the, the middle district.
I'll turn around to Cyrus. Cyrus, do you still have the keys for the newsroom?
Yes.
I saw the news van when we came in here. Maybe we could take it.
Sure, let's try it. Can you drive?
I can figure it out. I can drive Tevs.
Alright, we'll improvise. We'll run to the van.
Okay, so you go back towards the explosion. There's no guards around in the immediate vicinity, but you see gondolas are beginning to swoop in now, kind of coming in to see what the fuck has happened. And you hear over the loudspeakers that the stage are being set up with that makeshift gondola stage, the megaphone kind of going off. You hear someone yelling out, "Please stay calm. This is why we are enforcing a citywide lockdown. You need to listen to us. We have your best interests at heart. Please proceed calmly to your homes. We will have the situation under control. Please proceed calmly to your homes." And you see the crowd are beginning to, with no one to rile them up against it, they're you're talking someone really doesn't want us to leave the city, and you're moving past these people as you go, and you see the news van there, and you see the elf with the snow-white hair sounding a massive explosion has just gone on, and they've got scorch marks on their face, their hair's all
On the
top of the
upside,
shape.
nobody's read out my description so far, so I'd say it's going well.
They
We
go
are not making use of this at all. We're just making things worse.
Is it worth us as we're say running with the crowd, sowing discourse as we're doing so?
We could try.
It will be very difficult because you are running against them. So you're pushing it. People are trying to there's been a huge explosion and everyone is trying to go away from this area, so you're kind of going back into it.
Basically, this does the complete opposite to what we wanted it to do.
Yeah.
Well,
I
you
wanna do
guys are
something
not in
stupid.
control of the narrative. That's the problem.
No.
You're not control. You're not. If you
But
did
if we
something,
steal that
we're
news
enemies.
van,
this isn't me, but I'll take one because you can't go back on yourself anyway. But if you had thought, hey, big fucking explosion, right? Can we get someone to that stage? And can we start talking positively about, like, staying on the island, and then it happens? Like, can that, like, you know, or is there any for us to make it look like it's like, you know, the Watch doing this, like, kind of thing to, like, you know, oppress people and shit. Like, you know, unfortunately that's not what we've done. They're still there. They still got the big speakers.
We're not politically intelligent. We just blow shit up.
Yeah, well, that's it. You've definitely got people talking, and you've got loads of attention, but they are now, with their influence, trying to control the narrative, control the situation, as that's what people do. So,
what if we got in front of the camera and said, this is getting everybody that wanted to leave in the same area and trying to take them out by force, because they know that not everybody's going to be happy with having to stay, and now that they have put enough fear into everyone, they're saying, go back to your homes, and everyone's just obeying. What if we try and spin this as a plot?
I've got some passers-by here, sir, as you're running away. Sir, did you see who might have been responsible for that explosion? No, I have no idea. Please put the microphone on my face. I don't have time. And you can see people here. It's chaos in this place. No one knows what's going on in this situation. It's just like that. It's literally like that. Like, I'm on the floor. I'm giving news reports. I'm just grabbing people and, like, getting statements.
Go on.
We'll spin it so that one of the Watchers did it.
Or maybe they did it. Get everyone who wanted to get out of the city in one place and take them out. Create fear. Obedience.
Man with the baby! Please! How does it feel being a mother in this kind of situation? Please get away from me! It's chaos over here, folks. Back to you in the studio. It's like, they go like, we need to start wrapping this shit up. We need to get out of here. This is a shit show.
Barros will, like, find that news crew.
Yeah, you run up to them. Yeah, you can do.
Immediately and be like, are you still alive?
And you kind of see the red blinking light, like, on, like, the huge camera.
Yes.
They did it. The mages, the government, they did this. They wanted everyone who wanted to leave. They wanted to kill them all. Then they wanted chaos. They don't want you to leave. They want everyone to stay. They're killing people, their own people in the streets.
Make me.
Barros is that conspiracy guy that grabs the news reporter and starts spinning.
Oh, we should have got like a cardboard sign. The world is ending.
And a little tinfoil hat.
Asher walk by, like, carrying, like, Host and Atlas, trying to heal her, like, a more, like, background effect.
No, don't put me on camera. People saw me blow shit up.
Only one person saw you blow shit up, and they're dead now. No
make
witnesses.
me a deception check, Barros, and I will give you
It's
advantage.
technically stealth if no one is alive who saw
Like-
you.
Heavy stealth.
We give
17.
Pretty good.
Okay. Barros, you say that and you see the report, but, like, you know, this is an exclusive, folks. Wild accusations being thrown here that perhaps the actual, the Majocracy themselves are behind this attack. You, sir, Satyr, what's your name? How do you know this?
You don't need to know my name. You only need to know that it's too dangerous to leave the city. This is what they want, and just run off.
Okay.
Let's try and catch up with these guys.
Yeah. As Barros broadcasts himself to the entire city.
Yep.
I knew this would happen.
You
but
turn
it's-
around, Barros, and you run to the van behind them, and then steal the van. Is that what's happening?
No, we're not stealing the van anymore. We changed tactic.
Keep running.
But that would go
Are you stealing
so
the van?
viral on space YouTube.
Are you stealing the van? Barros, you run past it. The keys are in the ignition. It's unlocked. Because they gotta keep the engine running to power it.
Are these guys with me?
We
Yeah,
are
they're
not
close.
in the van.
They're close
We're
by.
not in the van.
They're not in there yet. They're
I'll
close
wait,
by.
I'll wait for these guys because, like,
We should get the
We
fuck out of here.
changed plan. We're like, okay, we need to get some kind of spin
But
on this.
imagine how-
We're not-
Imagine how incredible that would be, like
Yes,
like a
that's what
fucking
I
thing
said.
where like a crazy guy gets interviewed and then he just runs to the fucking van, drives away.
Yeah, but you know, in that situation, he would drive at like 15 meters, crash it, and then bail and run off. Like,
Okay, let's run.
There's just high on the fumes from the toxic building, who knows?
So you're just running on foot then.
Yep, we're running
Yeah.
over.
I feel like this entire time Barros is just not Barros, Velga is just been saying your name too much. Velga is just shaking his head going, what have I got myself into here?
Okay.
This was meant to be a quiet help.
This is not what I signed on for.
This is exactly what Atlas signed on for.
It's the complete opposite of what Velga signed on for, and
Atlas heard, keep doing what you're doing for the gods, and was like, got it, more chaos.
yeah,
The other thing
Velga-
is, the
Velga's
last
had
thing that
pop up.
the last thing that little
He will
Saparna
remember.
said, the last thing the little Saparna said was, "Do it." So we're gonna sow chaos.
Do it.
Do it. Should I blow up the van? Do it.
Well, Saparna's Kermit in the hood. Just saying.
Yeah, literally.
We do
No,
need to
I
find the
think
self-
Sapana is
self-drive
Kermit and
carriage,
Atlas is Kermit in the hood.
Okay, so you
I
guys
think-
start running from the explosion, leaving that news van behind. You're moving on foot now, and the gondolas are sweeping in. Luckily, any direct witnesses are probably dead, apart from the ones you saved. So there's a chance you might get away a little bit scot-free from the who calls what. But the
I like to think that the person I saved is the only witness who saw me, and now they will dramatically betray me.
the Watchers are still moving in. They're trying to secure the area, and like people are just running in mass panic, but the Watchers are still trying to like stop people in the streets, slow them down, try to control, work out who's done this. That they're trying to, stop any potential criminals getting away, which in this case was you. So how are you getting to the House of Arcanum? You stayed longer now, so the roads are getting more and more heavily either crowded with people, which may work in your favor, but the Watchers are also more actively on patrol.
Is there a way to like use the undercity to get through and out with
It's
the
the
guys?
highest. It's the highest tier, so I don't.
The Undercity, it does connect up to the near the jeweler shop. So if you could get to the Undercity just west of here, Alara we would say, there is a way to get to this hole, but you need to be able to scale up.
Are there any like abandoned self-drive carriages?
Your luck roll. D20 roll high.
1.
11.
11. You look around. There is one, but it's a very small. It's probably like a 2-person vehicle. There is 13 of you in total, if you include the 2 who are in, one injured and one like limping behind. Or they're not coming with you to House of Arcanum. They're trying to get away in their own regard. There's 11 of you in total.
Maybe point them towards the self-driving carriage, the 2 who aren't coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to put them in the Tev, or not in the Tev, in the self carriage?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unless we try and steal a gondola.
that would be the.
Are we just elevating the terrorism?
Yeah, why not? Yeah. If you're
I'm
going
just
to be a
making
terrorist, you might as well go full terrorist.
You see a gondola has just touched down back where you were when the explosion happened, and the 4 guards manning it have all jumped off, and they're beginning like. I mean, like if you look back over your shoulder, most of you probably like don't have direct line of sight anymore, but you see it land behind the building. You hear the announcement of like, coming in for landing, please clear, stay back, landing.
I feel like we just run and hope we can scale up that wall.
Yeah.
True, but it's going to take time, and by that time they might have
Yeah.
control.
If we steal a gondola, we have to double back again, but it'll be a direct line.
Can we not just
Honestly,
get a
I
self-driving
don't know
car
if we're going to make it completely.
Get it, drop us off like even at the library or something.
Are you
What we
looking
needed
for a
to do is-
taxi? I can tell you right now.
No.
Astra's just like, taxi! And we're all like, there are people
That we
burning!
can't get there.
I'm just saying, if we get to that incline, I can fly up with a rope again.
as you're kind of
Got
like
wings.
as you're kind of like moving along, you see like houses and stuff, and you see some people opening their doors and like, you know, come like just random people like come inside. I can take a few more until we're full. Please, just get the safe. And like people are just taking people in, like sheltering each other. Like there's a real
That's nice.
the city really coming together.
Look at that. I've created such camaraderie amongst the people.
Volga is just inherently just thinking, I just go back to the bit and bridle. I've had enough now.
Right, what are we doing? Are we going to stealing a guzzler, or you think we're better chances on foot?
I think we just run.
I don't think we're going to make it full stop. But
Yeah, but I
stop
think if we
with them
stop
at
to
the
try and
back.
steal a gondola, then we're not gonna even get close. I think if we just run, we might have a chance.
If we're
Okay,
planning on
let's-
going all the way
let's
to the House of Arcana, we need to get moving quickly. Or we could just dip into hiding.
We could dip into hiding and use that as an opportunity to further sow doubt in the populace mind, or we can just go and try and take the archmages on now.
Just remember, if we get there, it might not be as easy as you think.
Maybe
Nothing's been
bunker going,
planned, nothing
cause
at
more
the same time.
discourse.
You've done no
They
reconnaissance. We don't even know where she is. The House of the Arcana are huge, and she points to the like 7 towers, like a huge sweeping arc. She's like, they
So what,
span.
Go into hiding.
Hiding.
Don't
Yeah.
do
You could
the
get lucky. Like
Undercity.
we could get her, but it's. I'm just letting you know. It's not like it's a single building. It's not like it's 2 rooms.
With this attack on the city as well, they could have locked her down.
Yeah.
They might have
Possibly.
only sent some of the
Right.
watchers.
That'll
Let's-
probably be the first thing.
Let's get into hiding. I think we've sowed enough panic and chaos.
Our
It
best
puts
bet right now is to
everything
get to the
in doubt.
Undercity. Then
Okay.
above ground is gonna be too hot, especially as Beros has been seen, and perhaps some of you as well.
Sitter's pocket, maybe.
Do you have any hideouts in the Undercity?
We have one of our houses hasn't been compromised yet. Jean, is your house still good? And you see the guy who was knocked out back at the church, and he goes, yeah, mine should be fine. We can always go there for at least a bit.
It might be worth finding some new locations that you've not thought of yet. This might escalate their hunt for you.
We're hoping if people were able to leave the city, that there would be more hideouts available. More abandoned buildings, things like that. That might not happen. But maybe more friends to make. We still gotta reach the
Let's
other
go.
city.
Let's go.
Okay, as you guys are trying to make the Undercity, you will have advantage from the chaos to move through the crowds of people, but I will need a final stealth check to cross this main road to get to the Undercity itself. And then I will need to ask how you're going to get down.
So stealth advantage.
Stealth with advantage to kick us off.
It's always disappointing when that's just a flat
I
roll.
rolled 2
I'm
twos.
really not liking these rolls tonight.
Yeah,
This
I'm
dice
not
is
a
in the
fan.
bottom. It's in the bottom corner of my screen. It's cocked between.
Is
8
there
and
any
20.
issue swapping to physical
No,
dice?
no,
Because
no.
I'm getting really
Yeah,
pissed off with
I
like,
always say it's we find just like it's just quicker to roll 20 because like it does all your additions.
I don't think I've rolled double digits on stealth this whole session, and I have a plus.
think-
I'm not.
I think that's the
I've rolled-
highest Astra's ever going to roll, so just
I-
leave it
You
at
got an
that.
average of
haven't-
13, so it's still decent, especially with the chaos
I
going
haven't
on.
got past 13.
You
I'm gonna say Alice is off her game considering she got blown up.
Yeah.
you get
So
to the
what's
edge
wrong
of
with
the
it? He's worried
Undercity.
about everyone dead.
There's like a 4-foot high wall, high enough to keep kids from fucking around off it. There, and you see Alara like climbs up on it, and she like sits on the other side, and you see she's like scanning below. If any of you peer over, you see from here to the street level below, it's a good 100-foot drop.
Right.
There are some buildings which are exposed to the open air, which do reduce the fall, but the highest one of those is still a 50-foot drop.
We've got 50 foot of rope.
You'll have to have someone hold it then. There's nowhere to tie it off, and you look at smooth brick all around. There's no...
I've got my right. I'm just gonna. Volga's gonna pull out his two lengths of rope, and start tying them together.
Yep.
Throw them over.
Okay.
So it
Are you
more
holding
than
it?
I'm
Who's
gonna hold
strong?
it from
Cyrus will take one end of the rope.
I was about to say, do you and me, do you want to hold this? You and me, then we definitely know it's not moving.
All right.
Okay.
So
Cyrus and Volkir both like wrap the rope around their arms, brace themselves up against the wall, and you guys start climbing down.
Atlas will stay up the top with the assumption that at some point she's going to be the one holding this rope.
Someone roll me a d20, please. Doesn't matter who.
Just a d20 or a strength check?
Just d20. It could be anyone.
whether we
doesn't
get
really-
caught, basically. I'm pretty sure.
No. It's a 9.
Someone, you hear voices and yelling. Does you speak Elvish? You hear like, Soak, someone's, there's a way down, we can get to cover! And, suddenly about 20 people start swarming you guys. They're open, they're like pushing past, like, let me go first, let me help me! And they're just, people are in absolute panic. And they're trying to just get off the streets, get the cover.
Do we need to scare them off?
I think it's better if we blend in with the crowd.
Yes, if we let them go, then it
We can
raises
Yeah.
our...
If they keep pushing and shoving, people are going to start dying.
I'm gonna... Cyrus, can you hold this for a second?
Yeah, sure.
And he's gonna take, and Volgir's gonna take out, his, what has he got? Where is it? He's got something, and I know he's got something.
This would be a great time to wrap this around a really heavy statue.
That's what I was just about to whack something in the ground, but I'm gonna have a look round, see if I can spot anything.
Cyrus, make me an athletics check,
Within-
please.
Before he does
I'm
that,
tempted to rage.
That will
do
only
we-
last 6
no.
seconds because you're not taking
I
sustained
know.
damage.
Okay, hold on.
There's no before he does that, because the reason Cyrus is doing this is because someone has just jumped from 15 foot
Oh.
away, and he's jumped and landed on the rope, and it's suddenly just tugged, like, and you hear someone like scream from below, and Lara and all are already climbing down. 23, you
23.
keep your hold, Cyrus, like
Now
feet
that I
like
hear that-
dug on the like foot of this like
Can
wall.
When I
Atlas
hear
stand
that,
in
can I
front
jump
of
back on the
Cyrus
rope
and
as
like
well?
spread her wings like either side to kind of like crowd control?
Yeah, you create a
almost?
barrier. Yeah, of course. Make me an athletics check to hold them at bay.
I'm also going to jump back on the rope, but meanwhile I'm going to have a look about, see if there's anything we can tie against it within about 30 feet.
Within 30
With
foot
the
of you,
extra rope.
there's nothing really of use here. If you had that Tev, that self-carriage from before, maybe you could like tie it off to that, but if that's gone, there's nothing close by, not at the minute.
Right. We'll just have to hold this, Cyrus.
Astra will probably cast Bull strength on Cyrus, so he's advantage on strength checks. And his carrying capacity is doubled.
Lovely.
I got a 15 with my wings to try and keep people at bay.
After about a minute, all of the Dryad's tears who are still with you have managed to climb down, and Beros, have you started climbing?
Yeah, I would have turned around.
Astra, have you started climbing?
I was thinking having Astra do use her like radiant soul and fly down potentially, but that might be more inconspicuous or obvious, so she'll just climb down.
Okay,
At
so
this
you
point, I
two
think
have
I was
both
about
been
to say, I'm pretty sure me and Cyrus are probably yelling at everyone to get their asses down the rope.
down the rope!
Basically.
Atlas is ignoring you.
Atlas is giving
Fair.
like this crowd control. She's keeping as many as she can off you, but her wings aren't big enough to like form a suitable thing. So people are still getting round her, but it's definitely slowing the rate of people. Can I get athletics check, please, from Cyrus and Volgir together, please? Because so many people are getting this rope, it's straining you way too much. It's not like you're supporting the weight of 3 people at a time. The people are just like getting on way too fast. There's no control.
So is it advantage just on one, or do you want me to roll this?
He already has advantage from a spell, so you can just roll separately.
Okay.
That's
rolling. I'm rolling a dice on this.
only a teen. I suppose I can't ask for better.
Right.
She can't be either.
Athletics. 2. So it'll be a 14.
14.
Still better than what I've usually done so far this evening.
you're holding, and the rope's beginning to burn around your wrists where you've wrapped it in your hands as it is beginning to slip from your grasp, and you're trying to pull it back and like hand it and just try to keep it gripped for as long as you can, but you're not going to hold this for much longer. And there's still like a good, at this point now, people have realized what's happening. There's about 50, 60 people now who are all like pooling around you, like trying to push towards you.
Do we need to scare these people off?
Volgir is going to use Thaumaturgy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to scream at the top of his lungs. Anyone else gets on this, we will drop them 100 foot. And I'm just going to scream it at the crowd around us.
Do you mean it, Volgir?
Yes.
Intimidation check, please. At advantage.
So, that's a 7 and a 10. That'll be... The dice did not give me much good anyway, either.
So 10 total?
Yeah, 11 total.
11 total. You yell out, and people don't really seem to heed your warning or take it seriously. Like, they appear to just... A good, I'll say half hesitate, and most of them start running back, and it thins the crowd out a little bit, but there's still a good, like, 20, 30 people still determined on the potential danger of shit exploding in the city, and, like, you know, with all the panic earlier. And this has been, like, you know, these people here have been, you know, it's nearly 2 p.m., so they've been waiting for hours, like over 8 hours to get off the city, and now this has happened. It's really, yeah, these people are desperate.
Atlas, seeing that she's not suitably keeping people back with her wings, is going to wild shape into a bear.
Into a bear or into a bear?
Into a bear.
Okay. So, Cyrus and Volgir, you would watch...
You just hear Atlas mutter under her breath, "Oh, fuck this."
You would watch as Atlas, like, throws herself forward, and her form begins to, like, warp and change and grow in size as you take on the form of a pallbear. You see this large, like, creature. It has this grey skin and, like, brown and white fur, with what little fur clings to it is all matted. There's horrible, like, exposed red raw skin that look like huge burn marks, Cyrus, you'd almost say. And as she turns and looks around, you would see these, like, almost like highlighter luminescent green glowing eyes, and on the ends of her paws there's these, like, huge 1 foot long, like, razor sharp claws. Like, the whole bear, it looks like a bear with mange on fucking crack. It's like...
And Atlas would like to roar to try and intimidate the crowd.
Make me an intimidation check. Oh, as a pallbear, so that's your normal intimidation with advantage, please. $15.
Cool.
Yeah, you scare back of the remaining, like, 30 people, you scare back a good, like, 20 of them. There's still 10 people now who've, like, either got past the bear or are so close on getting away from the bear. The fast way to do that is going down the rope. So they still try to push past and scream and panic at this.
Swings round just to use her body to block as much as she can.
You're able to keep everyone else at bay, and to be honest, your general appearance, I'll probably say, will cause most people to start running the next street over instead of past this area instead. You hear someone say, like, there's horrible monsters being dropped in the city, as they, like, run away, like, people are just confused. Chaos. But yeah, so the final 10 people push past and start climbing down. Volgir, do you hold your word?
Ooh.
Or do you let go and let Cyrus hold them?
We'll go down to a dice roll. Harry, pick odds or evens.
I think odds is bad. Odds feels bad.
Odds are bad. Odds is a drop. It was a 3. So Volgir's gonna let go.
Volgir, let's go. True to his word. Cyrus, athletics check,
Atlas
please.
will try and grab hold. I would say grab hold of the rope, but she's probably not dexterous to do that as a bear, so she will grab hold of Cyrus.
Okay, make me a
18.
claw attack, please.
A claw attack?
With your 1 foot long razor sharp claws, yeah.
Or a bite attack.
Or bite him.
with your
Like,
teeth.
grab
can
my
bite him.
leg.
I'll bite him.
With toothless.
Sure.
I think
just need
as
to grab a wild shape.
Volgear drops it, Cyrus is gonna see the slack rope behind him and be like, "What are you doing?" And I'm gonna rage.
You already have advantage from the spell.
I know, it's for the damage.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that's probably wise. I mean, does a 14 hit, Cyrus? Or would you let yourself be
14.
bit?
I think he would, yeah, he'd let himself be
Okay,
bit.
you take 3 piercing damage, but you are with that, with the weight of the bear, and an 18 in your athletics check. I'm gonna say, Black Bear, roll me a D8, please, and we'll add that onto his athletics check.
One.
Okay, 19. He holds it and holds it and holds it. And like the rope is just slipping through his fingers, and even though you've got the weight behind you, the grip is what's failing. You've been holding this rope for like 5-6 minutes now. It's just the endurance strain. Like it's just like your grip is just failing. Like even though you're squeezing with all of your might, you just can't keep it. It's just not there. Any the muscle strength is just weakening and weakening.
So is Volgear seeing rope slowly slipping through Cyrus's hand?
Volgear, the rope is going to be slipping through Cyrus's hand, and you see, and at this point, Cyrus looking down, people are near the bottom. They're only going to be fall about 20 foot. It's not as dramatic. You're able to hold it for the majority of the time.
Yeah, but it's getting Volgear down as well.
From the ground, can like Barros and Astra like see the rope? Like
Atlas will
Yeah, you can see it
try.
falling.
Atlas will try to say, "Give me the rope," but she is a monstrous bear who is biting your leg. So you just hear.
Astra will
It's a creepy
Counter-
sound.
her radiant soul and try and like help people off at the end of the rope,
Sure.
like a little bit higher, and just like maybe get the dryads here to help like
You can
pass
see if
people
you can
down.
get some of the higher ups, maybe. Yeah, like at least the 2 people at the highest point. So that means there's like a good 4 or 5 people still on the rope who are risk of falling. The Dryas tiers will like try to get ready to catch people or whatever they can from below.
Volgear, you need to get down that rope now.
You go first. You're heavier than me.
I'm heavier than you, but
I'm gonna say right now,
stronger than you.
it's not a question of that. Like the rope you have, the rope is slipping. It's like someone needs to grab this rope, or it's
right.
so like.
Right, I'll grab it as well.
Volgear, athletics check, please.
leg.
And actually, Volgear, make me a dex check to see if you can get to the rope before it slips through your
Right,
fingertips.
so I'll do a dex check first. So dex is 17.
17, you dive forward, like on your belly, you grab it just as it like is about to like it gets Cyrus's like waist, and like you are trying to pull it back to like take the load from him and like help him get his grip back on it. Make me a athletics check.
20. Non-natural.
You just like up on your belly, pulling it down, like as if you're almost like you're doing like a chest press, like pulling it down, that kind of like same motion, relying on your core. You're able to hold it long enough for Cyrus like to like relax his hands, and like your arms are burning, Cyrus, and you just like coil the rope around both your hands again and grip it once more, just as you see the last of you will jump off the rope at the end. And as they do so, the weight like it's like that load off, but you are in agony.
Cyrus is going to wrap the rope around his waist now that he's got a bit of slack and tie it around his waist. Volgear, get down the rope.
Cyrus, make me a con saving throw, please.
Oh fuck, that's 8.
Cyrus, you're gonna take 1 point of exhaustion from overexerting yourself.
Sure.
And I also grab the rope with my bear paws.
Yep, your razor sharp claws.
No, try and keep the claws out the way and just.
Okay.
Maybe not best that a bear does this.
Maybe, or like just stand
I mean,
on the
Cyrus
How
could
much do you
tie it
actually weigh?
around one of your
Yeah.
big fat bear legs.
Whoa! Hey, how dare
Or-
you?
Cyrus, how much do you actually weigh?
195.
So there's not much in it. It's about 20 pounds in it.
How strong are you?
I can
I'm a
just see
15.
Harry googling out the corner of my eye, and I don't know
got
what he's
16.
googling, but I would bet money that it's how much does bear weigh?
It
got a
looks
plus
like
3.
Atlas right now weighs somewhere around the like 250, 300 pound mark as a bear.
Yeah, we'll just throw Atlas over and see where that gets. Atlas too.
Atlas
think
is
we
the
just need to
only
get
one
down.
who has an easy escape plan here.
Now we
Cyrus
can
is full well planning on jumping and having hopefully one of the winged companions catch him.
Does he know? I was about to say, does Volgir know roughly? Has he ever seen Atlas pick up any of the companions try and fly with them? Any of us?
I don't think so.
I don't think she's flown with anyone before.
She can't. She's too weak.
But we don't know that.
You don't know
Well,
that.
I-
You
I
will
else-
you will know that Atlas is weak.
I mean,
Like,
Volgir.
You have seen her fail to do things that require strength often.
I mean, Volgir. Bottom line as
You
well.
watch Atlas
she's
try
a
and
bird.
open a jar of pickles.
She's a bird, and she's not like an eagle or anything like that. Like she's
No, it's
She's
Like
also
a
like
raven or
4
something,
foot
she can't-
tall, so
right.
The thing is,
But
neither Cyrus.
the bear could hold the rope.
the
Like,
bear looks pretty strong.
but the bear would probably need the rope tied to it or something to like secure it.
Right. Cyrus,
Okay.
you hold it. I'll tie it to. Let's.
Well, there's nobody on the rope.
There's no
now,
weight on the rope
let's
anymore, so
both
it's
just-
really
let's
easy to
both
do.
just
Let's just
tie it
tie it.
around Atlas.
And then go down one at a time.
Sure.
Let's
Yes.
not risk it.
I would like one of you to make me a sleight of hand check with advantage to tie the rope, please.
You're probably better at that than me.
+3.
Yeah, go for it.
Right, with advantage.
And also
So,
a con save
fucking-
to not get grossed out by this creepy
It was a
fucking
nat
bear.
1 on the first roll, and a 14 on the next, so that makes it a 17.
15. Cool. So who's going first?
You go first, and I'll
No,
help.
you go first. I'm already spent, so it's not going
That's
to make
what I'm
much
saying.
difference.
You go down, and worst case, I can grab the rope if
The
need
bear
be.
roars at you as you argue.
You see more people like now being in the
just-
spot, the rope and the
Volgir.
bear, and they're getting curious. People who haven't been there can see the chaos from earlier.
Go.
Alright, fine. Volgir's gonna jump,
Okay.
and he's gonna start, like, speed lining his way down this rope as fast as he physically can.
Okay,
Just like abseiling down.
Yeah, like, physically, like...
Volgir starts climbing down, and you get down as quick as you can,
The
Volgir.
bear motions its head for you to start climbing down.
Cyrus?
Like,
Climb
I feel
down?
like he's getting
Yeah,
caught and, like, rubbing.
will start to climb down as well.
Okay. As Cyrus is climbing down, I have rolled a d20 in secret. And that is the roll that the rope has untied itself a little bit. And I would
I
like
was
Cyrus
wondering when you
to
said
also
this.
roll me a d20 now and tell me his result.
Oh, I was wondering when you were gonna say that, because you never asked us to roll a check for the not.
Loving DM, that is a 5.
Atlas, you begin to see the rope's knot begins to start slipping.
Can I try and grab the rope, like, that is going down in my teeth?
Yeah, make your bite attack.
I don't want to bite through it.
That's fine. It's more just like control your grip. The damage you roll will directly affect how effective it is.
Okay. Boit. Not great.
Not terrible. You bite down and you feel some threads like in your mouth as they twang off. And Cyrus, you like lurch a good like few feet and becomes very apparent something not good is happening. You're about halfway down. Is anyone else doing anything?
I'm gonna try and I'm gonna ready a like to see what I can do to try and clear
Catch
off
him.
anything that might kill him, and maybe put soft.
You're
things
coming down like a
underneath him if there's
street.
anything.
People.
Yeah, people will be your best bet, right? There's just a lot of people down here. Like people could try to catch
I'm
you.
just gonna just stop throw barrels under
Barrels, catch him!
the horns. The horns are not a good idea.
Would it be worth like Asher flying up and holding onto the rope like above? Cyrus just give a bit more.
What do you do, Astra? This is a do or don't moment. That's what it is. It's not a. There's not time to plan. This is a plan to act.
Yeah, she'll do that because she's still flying. So like,
DM
Feel
question.
the rope.
Since I'm exhausted, am I moving at half speed?
No.
Okay.
Use of disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.
So
but technically the thing gives you flat roll with
Yeah.
bull strength or would that have gone?
Yeah.
I think I think
that's
Volga's solution is he's just going to start grabbing his bedroll and start throwing it where he thinks Cyrus is going to land, and anything else padded he has, and just go, quick, everyone,
Backpack.
throw me anything you think that's going to be padding.
Throw soft things.
People start knocking on doors, like, have you got a mattress handy? Someone's gonna fall! Like, anything they get me.
Everybody take off your clothes and throw them on the ground in a big pile.
Roll me a
naked into
D20 Volgear and add persuasion to it. Let's see if you can rile up any support from the crowd.
So D20 with persuasion.
Yep. So just persuasion check.
That's a 17.
So you like start calling for help, and like people to come help you, and a few of the people who you helped down, like are banging on doors, like shooting as much attention as possible. And it takes them a couple of seconds, but they begin carrying out a sofa from like one of the houses, and they're like moving it, and the rope that Cyrus is on is like swaying back and forth as the bear above was like trying to like keep it like held, and then moving the sofa one way, and then moving the sofa the other way, as they're trying to just keep it under him. In this chaos, the rope snaps from the bear's mouth. Astra, strength athletics check, please. You bought time with the bite.
What time with the bite? What time with the bear?
11.
Astra, you strain and strain as much as you can. How much do you weigh, Cyrus?
195 pounds.
Why are you so heavy?
Astra, what's your strength?
14.
Okay, so you can carry 15 multiplied by 14. 10.
Can't you at least slow down the fall?
Cyrus, how much is that including your equipment, that weight?
No.
No.
Okay. I think with Cyrus's equipment and Astra's equipment, it's going to over-encumber her. Which will mean you cannot support his weight. You're going to begin to fall. It's going to pull you down.
Can she at least like buff the wings to try and like slow the fall?
Yeah, make me,
Or
let's
try
just
and
call
aim
it
him
a
at the
general,
sofa.
let's say it's constitution, it's your core strength, that's kind of like your inner strength, whatever you got.
Not much.
Cyrus, you feel like you have entered the familiar touch of the Expanse, but for a moment, as the gravity pulling you down is met with equal resistance from above for half a second, and then you fall. And Cyrus, you're going to fall about 30 foot, because at this
That's
point
not
people
too
have delayed
bad.
your fall quite a lot. You've been climbing as quick as you can. Make me an acrobatics check at advantage.
Is he still raging?
Not at this point.
No.
Okay.
I was about to say, and
Acrobatics
just
check.
watching
Acrobatics check
the
at advantage,
sofa
try to
going
break your
backwards and forwards.
Sorry, was that
don't
advantage or disadvantage?
Has time, but if it seems like she's not doing anything, she's going to try and just fly down and try
This
and
is-
grab him.
He
Well,
just
what I'm going to ask you,
rolls.
Astra, is Astra, are you going to try to keep holding onto the rope and keep trying to like reduce the rate of descent, or are you just going to let it fall and then you can't fall faster than he will fall? But are you going down with it?
She'll try and slow the rate of descent.
Okay.
I think.
Acrobatics check at advantage then, Cyrus.
Just the natural 20 just lands sat in the
18.
seating position on the
Astra,
sofa.
acrobatics check at advantage, please.
Da, 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 da.
Hmm?
16.
16. Okay, you both can take half damage. So Cyrus, you take 4 bludgeoning damage, and Astra, you can take 3. As you both, Cyrus, you fall 30 foot. It's not quite a fucking terminal velocity because Astra is still trying to slow descent as much as she can, but she can't stop you from falling. You're still going down at speed, but she's like taking that chunk off and giving that chance. You hit the sofa, and the people are holding it. You knock it out of their hands, and it slams on the concrete. And you like, oh! And like as you like are there, you just see like the rope, Looney Tunes style, pulling next to you as Astra, whose like wings have like completely failed with her 5 on the con save, she falls and just lands like boom, like directly on top of you, like legs kick up, like oh, and you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage, Astra, as you are all alive in pain. But
Will I take extra damage because she's technically landing on me?
you can take the other half. You can take the other 3 damage.
Yeah, that's
Can
fair.
I jump down as a bear and then halfway through my jump drop my wild shape and fly just for the drama of it, the situation?
Sure, because it wouldn't matter anyway if you did it before or not.
Yeah.
You leap down.
Monstrous
just
bear
gonna-
leaps from the sky.
This is not eyes open. He is
Just to see how you fly, though, make me a general acrobatics check, because you have just introduced yourself to the strange, impossible druidic terminal velocity question of, if I'm something very heavy and I hit terminal velocity and then I turn to something very small, what happens?
Acrobatics?
Yeah. And the answer
like-
is
Well, this is-
momentum.
While someone says there's a bear coming down, Volgir's just there tying up his rope.
Yeah.
Again.
7.
You start falling, and like as you shift back, you like start falling. Like, oh fuck! I'm going very, really, really, really fast, and like you shift back to yourself, and you have to like almost fall into the dive. Luckily, it's a far drop. If it was like half this height, you would have fucking splattered the pavement. But you're able to level yourself out and land. But you have hurt your wing. You imagine if you like
That was much cooler in my head.
you think if you did something like that, like heavy, going to something light again, like things like that, there's definitely going to be like, you know, risk of injuring yourself.
I
You're,
feel
like,
like
sprained.
Asher just like slowly roll off Cyrus and like collapse on the ground, just like wings like flat. It's like, sorry, I wasn't strong enough.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Barris is just confused why a bear was there.
Monster bear, monster.
Cyrus's leg is bleeding from a bite mark.
I feel like Asher just like tap cure wounds on you or like something, just like bleh. First level.
Alice is just there like,
Right.
yeah.
So we're in the Undercity.
Oh.
Can we sleep?
Yeah.
Let's get to
There's a
the
sofa here.
let's get to the safe house.
I'm going to
Then
turn
we
to the
can
random
sleep.
people that found the sofa and just go, can you return that wherever you got it, please?
As Cyrus is
Yeah,
getting
with it
off
now.
of the
Yeah,
sofa,
here we
he
can.
will like look at the people that picked it up and he'd be like, "Thank you for that."
No, thanks for getting us down here.
Yeah, by the way, you didn't see us. Ever.
Persuasion check, please. Advantage.
With advantage because we helped them.
Yeah.
Although it might be a good opportunity to be like, "We're here for
Ooh,
the
there's
people."
no.
Look, I don't know what you're doing, but whatever it is, I want in. I'm sick of whatever the fuck's going on here. I'm sick of not knowing anything.
Then follow us.
Alright. Come on. You see a couple of us come with. 5 others tag along.
Cool.
I feel like Asha very slowly gets up off the ground. Her wings are like very dripping, slowly just disappears. She's like, don't get people to stop falling, please. I don't like it.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Volgir is just going to look at Astra and just see if she's injured, because she seems to be healing everyone else but not healing herself.
She's probably not. She's like,
How injured does she look?
well, she took 3 hit points, so I'd say she's just got a big, massive bruise on her
That's-
back.
yeah,
or
just a
whatever
big
way
bruise.
she landed on Cyrus, she took the damage the other way.
Fair enough.
Your cure wounds has fully healed me, but I feel like shit.
She's just more tired than anything.
Sorry about the leg.
It's fine. It was a smart decision in the moment. I understand it.
Let's just
At
get the
least I'm
fuck
not
off the street.
venomous like a polebear.
Speaking of smart decisions, does this mean I'm now the face of some kind of resistance? Because that was pretty stupid of me. I put myself in front of a camera.
Oh, he said smart. I thought he said something else.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah, I
it
said that too.
Yeah, I think you are now the face of the Dryad's Tears.
Just thank the
Who
gods
I
that
now
nobody saw me, or
recognise.
I'd be the face.
I was about to say, and I think they're now recognised as a terrorist organisation.
Well, at least the face that
Ollie.
they see as the resistance is a pretty one.
Wouldn't be the first time being recognized as such. You are guided by the Dryad's Tears. You
Atlas is just gonna turn to Storm and go like, Sparno, we're still chill, right?
Indeed. I don't see anything really... It was a shame what happened, but... Things happen.
Just checking you weren't gonna ditch me or anything. Oof. Did I die for a second? I feel like I died.
Just
Yes.
like half asleep, probably like sort of like leaning on barrels, like potentially. He's like, you did a little bit.
Your body went pretty far.
It's
It
what
was
happens
quite
when
the explosion.
Like I
it's
feel
what
like
happens when you blow up a big thing full of fuel.
You guys said distraction. That distracted people.
I think we meant the paper, but okay.
It doesn't matter. Let's just get somewhere safe. Rest up.
Yeah.
We can discuss this when it's all.
Come on,
Go
follow me.
down.
We're not far from my house. And Jahan
And I'm
will
gonna
lead
mention to him, are we alright bringing them 5 then if they want to?
you. Alara kind of like nods and goes, if they want to join us, then you should let them hear us out and they can decide.
But is it worth bringing them to one of the last places you've got?
If they disagree, we can always.
At this point, we're all allies.
Right now, the city's in mass panic. Plenty of people taking people into their homes.
Fair enough.
Besides, if we turn our back on them now, then we're just
You'll
as bad
never
as
get-
them.
Right, no worries.
And we're all led by Jahan through the winding streets of the Undercity. Easy enough that it's quite easy to get lost, especially here, because you're not on the main street anymore where you kind of follow that main tunnel. These are like little side shoot streets, and they all go back on themselves. You imagine a surface or someone from the top levels probably would even find it difficult to fucking work out where this house was. Eventually, you're taken to a little little terrace house, kind of along the run, and Jan goes up, takes his key out, unlocks it, and you hear him just go like, "Mama, I'm home. I've brought some friends to stay. I don't know if you've seen what happened." You hear, "Oh, Sapana be praised, my boy!" Oh, and she comes around. You see this old ass fucking elven woman come out. She's got like long white hair and it's all like straw, and she like, gives him a big hug. She's like, "Oh, I was so worried. Whenever I know you'd applied for application, whenever I saw the message on the news and that explosion that just happened. Oh, I'm so glad you're safe, so part of me, please. Yes, please. Your friends are more than welcome, of course. Come in. We got plenty of space. Grab a seat. I was just making some food, but I'll put some more on. Come in.
I feel like every time the explosion is mentioned, Atlas is just the fucking monkey meme of like.
Yeah, I feel like Volga's just shooting glares.
For a moment,
Volga's just shooting some glary eyes. It's like,
For a moment, I thought Harry said terrorist house, not terrorist house, and I was like, well,
It's a terrorist house.
terrorist house.
it's a bit on the nose.
No, and as you kind of like are guided in, you see this is quite a fairly poor establishment. You think just a general look. The living room and kitchen are open plan, but not in the sense of we knock some walls down to make it feel more spacious. It's in a sense of this is a kitchen with a sofa in it. Like it's not a big building that you're in, and there's an upstairs with probably at least 2 rooms you would imagine. And there's a pot cooking on the stove, and there is a screen in the corner, like with this like arcane illusion projected through it, and you see it's a Tilm Times broadcast going on, and they're like recapping what's happened on the surface. But across the bottom, there is like a little like, you know, like breaking news, like come across here, like huge explosion happened in the district, and like, you know, she's kind of just like, I'll put a few more things on, Joe. Get some food. You know what? I think I have some cookies in the cold storage. I'll get them out and I'll bake them fresh. And she goes away, kind of like into like one of the cupboards, that's like looking through. And while she's kind of there, like not paying attention, you're all kind of looking around. You see a lot of the Dryad's Tears definitely haven't been here before, not being recognized by the woman. She doesn't recognize anyone here. She just sees her son's friends, and she's so happy to see him. She's like turning a blind eye to who they are, or like not. And you know, she's definitely like, oh, you have to introduce me to all your friends. Let me get you fed first. And she's like making a little bit of a fuss, and definitely enjoying making a fuss. And while that's happening, on the screen there in the corner, the broadcast was kind of like, you know, it's in Elvis, so even, but like it's very much that little like, I don't know, going to lower in the upper district, and they're not gonna find. And then you hear like a boo, and like you look over at the screen, like, you know, because the white noise of the broadcast kind of like suddenly falls away to that like like loud beep noise. You see there is a like real sporadic color, like very much thing. It says like, you know, emergency broadcast, and then it says like, you know, red alert, and it says like on the text, and you hear like, you know, in Elvish again broadcast of like, please stay in your homes, the city is in red alert, lockdown is in effect, those on the streets will be attacked on sight, the city is in red alert. And then it plays in Common, the same message, and then it plays in Dwarvish, the same message, and then it plays in, and it goes through every language in amalgamate space, and it loops back to Elvish again. Every time it goes from one language, it goes Common, Elvish, Dwarven, Elvish, like and it just keeps going back and forth. And you see Jan go over, and he tries to turn it off, and the screen just doesn't turn off. And he turns and goes like, well, I guess we got their attention. And that's where we're going to stop for today. It's up tomorrow. See you then. Bye, bye.